Brody back to pass. A lot of pressure, and they got him.
Like a bite and sow.
Thought they hit the ball there for a second, Dan, but at least he went down.
OCA Media Sports presents Panther Football.
Soul takes the snap and looks to throw. Lofts one toward the near side of the field. His receiver is Rice. He makes the catch across midfield to the 45, the 44 of Stoughton. I don't believe it.
Tonight, in the first home game of the season, the Oregon Panthers take on the Westosha Central Falcons.
Takes the snap and now looks to throw. Suns one on the corner out to Noka. He's got it!
He's got
Peter Noka with the touchdown in the corner. What a throw from Ethan! An 8-yard touchdown pass.
This exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panther Football is brought to you in partnership with these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for our young people to thrive. One Community Bank. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Stoughton Health. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. And Wisco Industries. OCA Media runs on community support. To join our family of sponsors or donate directly, please visit our website at ocamedia.com for more information.
Christian Gates, he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Christian Gates saw the hole, went for it.
And now, here are your announcers for tonight's game, Zach Sielaff and Jesse Larson.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Panther Stadium for tonight's exciting game. I'm Jesse Larson along with Zach Sielaff, bringing you tonight's action right here on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. The Panthers are pumped up after taking down the Stoughton Vikings in the rivalry game on the road last week, 35-18. Zach, we're just getting set for the national anthem here in the stadium, but excited to have the home opener here at Panther Stadium.
Always exciting to get another football season underway. An absolutely beautiful night tonight. It was in the low 70s earlier in the day, cooling off a little bit, but not a cloud in the sky. We got a lot of fans in the stands, and the Panthers are coming off a huge win against a rival opponent, 35-18 over the Vikings of Stoughton.
Yeah, and it was led in large part by Ethan Pagels. The quarterback had a touchdown through the air and 2 scores on the ground, but at the same time, their defense came up clutch, had 2 takeaways in that game, and they really are looking to build off the momentum on that. Their lone non-conference game of the season, taking on the Westosha Central Falcons out of the Southern Lakes Conference. They are coming off a loss, 28-21, last week against Kenosha Indian Trail. So time for the Panthers to try to figure out what they can. It's a non-conference game, but still a good prep for the rest of the conference season ahead.
Absolutely, and the Panthers with a new head coach and Matt Weber. I think Coach Weber, we saw him interviewed in the Oregon Observer after that win over Stoughton. Very excited that his team stumbled early, struggled a little bit, had a giveaway, had some troubles on the offensive side of the ball, rallied, and ended up with a big, big win. And especially when you're playing an unfamiliar opponent, having that kind of confidence, knowing that you can work your way out of a hole and come back not just with a win, but with a big win, builds a lot and gets you ready for the rest of the season.
Definitely. With that in mind, too, the unfamiliar opponent, this is a team in Westosha Central that the Panthers have played the last 3 years in a row, but unfortunately, they've really struggled. They lost 2 major blowouts, 27-0 in 2022, and then 2023 they got beat 42-0. Last year, a little closer, 28-14, but is this the time, finally, can they get over the hump against the Falcons?
I think that's the thing that's exciting about high school sports. You look at the pros, and a lot of time, rosters are more consistent year to year. Teams are a little more consistent. And so you say, boy, we lost these guys 3 years in a row. I don't know if we're going to be able to come back. High school, 3 years is an eternity. You're looking at a whole new set of players. On the Oregon side, we have a new set of coaches. And you're coming off a big, big win. I think Oregon has got to feel confident and feel very much like, at the very least, they're in this game. This is not one that they have to feel like, well, let's limit the bleeding and get on to next week.
Definitely looking forward to that. action tonight. The look at the national anthem is going to come up just a second here. We're going to stand by for the national anthem, folks. Be right back. Panther Sports on OCA Media.
Which brings us a non-conference matchup against the visiting Falcons of Westosha Central. Westosha High School, Oregon High School, and the WIA require good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. Accordingly, we request your cooperation by supporting tonight's participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of tonight's competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Brittany Spencer-Grant, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy today's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship. In that same spirit of positive sportsmanship, please join me in welcoming tonight's officiating crew. We are fortunate to have the team of Jason Dahl, Jeff Lewis, Justin Marion, Andy Gallion, and Bill Topp. Gentlemen, thank you for being here and affording these athletes a chance to compete. At this time, to honor America, would you please rise if able, remove your hats, and join in the singing of our national anthem.
And after that beautiful rendition of the national anthem, Zach, we are almost set for football here at Panther Stadium. You mentioned earlier the struggles last week against Stoughton at the very beginning. The Panthers lost 41 yards on their first two snaps, and it looked like it was going downhill real fast, but they recovered.
Exactly right, and that's when you're talking about high school kids in particular, we know how important nerves are at any level of sport, but with high school, and you've got young guys who are learning the game, learning how to handle themselves in situations that involve adversity. With that, with two bad snaps, a 3 and out, you turn it right over to your opponent, you go down early. That's a lot of adversity in the first game of a season. Some of these players are freshmen, and they battled back and not only won, but won convincingly. I think that bodes very well for them here against Westosha.
Definitely looking forward to this one, as it looks like Westosha Central is going to kick off in their road whites. Panthers in their home blacks with the orange lettering, numbering rather. Westosha Central is going to kick off right to left, and the Panthers will receive and head to our right.
Yep, Barnett back along with Braden Evans to receive deep here, as the Panthers will try and get started early.
Carter Clementzos will kick it deep for the Falcons as we are set for football. A beautiful night for action on a Thursday night for high school ball. Clementzos lines it up and kicks it deep, a shallow line drive from his own 6-yard line, a return. And he's going to be met by a host of Falcons right there at the 20-yard line. Panthers will get set deep in their own territory, Zach.
Evans with not a bad return, but also not a lot of places to go. Westosha did a nice job staying home, didn't bite on any kind of movement, just stayed in their lanes and made a good stop. Panthers will start near their own 20-yard line.
It'll be Ethan Pagels, the quarterback for the Panthers. And Brett Mancusi is in the backfield to start. Last week he was on the bench to start. It was Jace Opariado who got the start in the backfield, but it's Pagels going to be in the pistol. Going to give to Mancusi to the right side, and moves forward for about 5, 6, maybe they give him 7 yards. Good opening snap for Mancusi there on the run.
You love to get positive yardage early on. Great tackle that time by Cooper Huff of Westosha. He had a lot more room to run and got an ankle tackle to stop him after about a 5-yard gain.
They're going to give Mancusi 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 28. Again, Pagels in the shotgun. He's got Mancusi to his right. Gives it again to Mancusi. Up the middle. Not much doing there, but Westosha again. A quick stop, and we're going to have a 3rd and short for the Panthers.
Mancusi fell across the 30 to about the 31. Brings up 3rd and short, 3rd down and 2 for these Panthers.
Looking like it's going to be another similar set for the Panthers all night long. This shotgun set with a running back to Pagels' right-hand side, and that's going to be a jump by Westosha Central, and that's going to be an easy 1st down, Zach.
Great hard count that time by Pagels. He draws off Josh Bunza, the 6-foot, 243-pound senior, runs across the line, a 5-yard penalty, gets a 1st down to the Panthers.
Well, they're not going to get much easier 1st downs than that. Pagels going to get the read from the sideline. And they're going to swap it around. Hofer and number 17, Colin Norland, going to go in motion. They're going to switch it around. Now Mancusi is going to be to Pagels' left-hand side. Split receivers to his right outside. Hofer comes in motion. He's going to be in the backfield. It's going to be Pagels keeping it himself, pushing forward, and almost to the 40-yard line. They're going to give him the 39. After Pagels keeps the run, Zach.
Design keeper that time. Pagels, not much place to go, and again, it was Cooper Huff. So far, 2 big tackles for him to start things off.
10 minutes to go here, 1st quarter. First drive of the game for the Panthers. Pagels and company taking their time, getting to the line here.
Haven't seen the Panthers with a pass yet. 2nd down and 8, maybe a chance, 2nd down and 7, maybe a chance to look for it.
He's going to give to Mancusi, though, this time and straight up the middle. Again, a host of Falcon tacklers to meet him just on the other side of the 40. Very conservative play calling so far for the Panthers.
Just keeping it on the ground and mostly keeping it in the middle of the field in between the tackles. But so far, we've got 1 1st down already, and we've got a 3rd and medium here, about a 3rd and 5 to go.
Briggs and Lucero combined for the stop.
Pagels looking to the sideline for the read, and again, Panthers really taking their time here getting the snap off. They are in absolutely no hurry to move forward.
No, Panthers very content to take some time, try and read the defense. You wouldn't be surprised to see a hard count here again, try and draw another penalty.
Hofer comes in motion again next to Pagels. He's going to throw for the 1st time, and he looks to the outside. And that was Braden Evans, the intended receiver. Incomplete.
I think he was targeting Evans, but it was nearly sort of picked off by Braden Hermsdorf, who was in the middle of the field. Either way, unfortunately, a little out of the reach of Evans. Their first pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to punt here on 4th and 5.
Looks like it's going to be Sean Sutter to punt it deep for the Panthers.
Yep, back to receive is Central Watts for Westosha, standing near his own 25.
It's going to be a Sutter punt. He's going to kick it to his right down, and Watts is going to let this one go past him. There's a flag down in the field as it rolls inside the 10.
Yeah, that's going to be a block in the back against Jack Skinner. Great rugby-style punt, goes all the way to about the 8, and I think they're going to attack 4 more yards on after that.
This could bode well for the Panthers, as the Falcons will get their first opportunity, but they're going to be way deep in their own territory.
Great turn of field for the Panthers. You know, you wish you could continue more on that offensive drive, but nothing like pinning your opponent back deep in their own territory. If they can force a 3 and out, they can basically gain what they might have gained on a 1st down, take the ball back over.
And they are going to back it up half the distance, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons from their own 4-yard line.
Will be assessed half the distance to goal. Westosha starts 1st and 10 on their own 4-yard line.
Quarterback for the Falcons is number 4, Mason Juga. He's going to have Keaton Kranz in the backfield. He's going to give it to Kranz up the middle. Good tackle there in the center. I didn't quite see who had the ankle tackle, but Kranz did not get much momentum forward at all.
Yep, same thing. A lot of Panther jerseys in there. Not sure who made the tackle, but a nice job to plug up the middle. Only a 2-yard gain. Keep them in the shadow of their own goal and force an opportunity for the 3 and out.
Down by 44, James Noack.
Same kind of thing with Westosha as with Oregon. Not going with the hurry up, huddling up, taking their time.
Juga is also in the shotgun, just like the Panthers did on their first drive. A lot of out of the center in the shotgun set. Juga's going to get the snap. He's going to give it to Kranz again. And right up center, that looks like Sebastian Supunkati. And he had a lot of tackles last week, always in the middle of the action last week for Seabass.
The man they call Seabass doing some work once again. Stops Kranz after, I believe, a 4-yard gain. I think that's going to take him up to the 11. And that'll give him a 3rd and 3.
Looks like it's about 3rd and 3. Ball is marked at the 11-yard line. So Kranz the first 2 carries for the Falcons. This looks like their MO, just like the Panthers early, lots of runs, and not, like you said, Zach, not really in a hurry to move the football forward.
Taking their time, kind of feeling each other out here, getting to see what the defense is giving them.
Juga's going to be in the shotgun again. He's got Kranz to his left-hand side, gets the snap. He's going to throw short quick to Logan Jacobson. It's complete, but black jerseys just surrounded him, Zach.
Brady Hook right there immediately delivers the hit and stops him. They're going to give him a yard of forward progress to the 12, but it is not enough. Hook, as a motorcycle blasts by on the highway, Hook was getting blocked. It was a designed wide receiver screen. Hook got off the block and made the stop, an outstanding stop.
And that's going to force the Falcons to punt from their own end zone. It'll be number 7, Carter Clementos, to punt it deep. Looks like Keegan Barnett is the one back deep for the Panthers. I can't quite see the number, but from his own goal line, that punt is going to go short. And letting it roll to the 40. Actually, that's Declan Laurie for the Panthers. But good field position for their second drive.
Panthers take over at the 40, as you said, and so this is basically the turnover, or not the turnover on downs, but the punt basically didn't cost the Panthers anything. They've got a fresh set of downs from their own 40. Good opportunity here to get back on a roll offensively.
As Pagels looks to set it up again. It's now in the backfield is going to be Jace Opriado, the sophomore running back. He got the start last week in the backfield. Now it was Mancusi the first drive, Opriado in the backfield now. As Pagels is in the shotgun again, a little pistol style though, and he's going to roll out to his left-hand side, looking to throw, running out of time, throws it deep. Hermsdorf off his fingertips at the 40-yard line. Would have been a nice gain, but Hermsdorf just not able to pull it in.
That's a nice pass that time by Pagels. Trying to make the block was Obriado. He got shoved kind of rather rudely to the turf by Braxton Lance of Westosha Central. Lance put pressure and forced a bit of an early throw, but that's on the hands of Hermsdorf. You'd love to see him make that catch.
And definitely one that I think Hermsdorf is going to tell you he should have brought in. Regardless, it's 2nd and 10 with 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. Pagels standing in his own 35 in a tight bunch formation. He's going to give the Opriado, looking for running room. He's got running room to the left-hand side. Ooh, almost lost it there, though, but that's going to be a first down for the Panthers. Big run on the left-hand side, correction, right-hand side.
Across midfield to the 45, a 15-yard gain. They'll put him at the 46 for a 14-yard gain. Braden Hermsdorf immediately redeems himself. That was a huge block to open up that hole for Opriado, get him 14 yards on the scamper.
First down, Panthers.
Big run there. First down into Falcon territory. Pagels and company again. Very slow tempo pace right now. He's going to be in the shotgun again. Gets the snap, rolls out again. He's looking to throw from his left side. Hooks up, throws it deep ball, and it's out of the reach of Colin Norland was the intended receiver. He had the big catch last week. But third pass, incomplete again, Zach.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen Pagels roll out to the left and do kind of that backward spin. As a right-handed thrower, that forces him to then open his hips and try and deliver one downfield. That's difficult for any quarterback, especially a young high school quarterback. I won't be surprised if we see him stay in the pocket a little more when they want to throw passes going forward.
Back on the coverage.
Pagels talking with Opriado. Now they're going to try to decide which side he wants to be on. Pagels going to send Hofer in motion. Get the snap. Fakes it to Hofer. Now he's going to run to his right, trying to break a couple tackles, but it's a gang of Falcons. Not much running room there on the right side. It'll be third down and medium for the Panthers.
Zane Vargas was the first one to make contact there. I think they'll give Pagels about 3 yards up to the 43. Nice job by Pagels to keep running after Vargas made contact. Made a little something out of nothing there. 3 yards was more than you thought he would have got after initial contact.
Third down and 7 for the Panthers. Looking to the sideline for the set is Pagels. Opriado on his left-hand side. Split receivers out to the left. Pagels in the shotgun, gets the snap. Another rollout to the left. They like that maneuver out, and then Pagels is just going to have to scramble for it himself, and he's going to get the first down on the left-hand side on the Falcons sideline for the Panthers.
Great job by Pagels. He moves all the way up to the 36-yard line, picks up 7 on that carry. But I got to say, I bet the coaches were a little bit nervous to see the way he was carrying that football one-handed on his right-hand side. He stretches and gets the first, so you love to see it. Just got to make sure to take care of the ball.
Pagels moving the ball forward, gets the first down for the Panthers. They're going to be on the left hash.
He's their leading rusher so far. 3 carries, 13 yards for Pagels.
And that was the MO last week. It's Hofer in the motion and around sweep. Gets about to the 26-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, and I think it might be an illegal shift. As they had Hofer in motion, I think they might have had someone who wasn't set. We'll get the signal from the official here, but I fear this one is coming back.
I would have to agree with you on that one, Zach. They're going to back him up. Waiting still from the officiating crew, led by Jason Dahl, the head referee. And it is indeed an illegal shift. It'll back the Panthers up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15.
Signal is for an illegal shift on Oregon.
So this is an opportunity for the Panthers here. So far they've been grinding a very run-focused offense. We've seen a couple of pass attempts and they haven't gone anywhere, especially because they're doing that bootleg out to the left. We'll see how the coaches want to address a 1st and long situation here. 15 yards to pick up, and they're going with their tight wing T formation, a throwback to Coach Glisling's formation that we used to see with the Panthers.
Opriado in the backfield with Pagels. Very tight bunch with that wing tee right now. 4 minutes to go here, first quarter. Panthers on their second drive of the game. Barnett goes in motion. He's going to get the end around sweep. He's got running room to the left-hand side, breaks a tackle, and he's going to run forward inside the 25-yard line. That's going to be close to a first down. It maybe not actually a first down for the Panthers.
Down to the 24, a 17-yard gain. A beautiful run by the Panthers there. Nice job to cut back inside by Barnett and get the Panthers all they needed and more. 1st and 10, Oregon.
Ball spotted at the 24. Another first down for the Panthers. Pagels in the shotgun again. He's got Opriado in the backfield. Norland and Barnett split out wide. Barnett comes in motion. He's going to set to the backfield. Gets the handoff. Barnett again, that right hand handoff, outside sweeper, and moving the pile forward to the 15-yard line is Barnett. Another solid run.
Beautiful run by Barnett. Great assistance once he got engaged. 8 yards on the gain already. That'll take him to 25 yards on 2 carries, and the Panthers have a 2nd and 2 inside the red zone.
3 minutes and counting here in the first quarter for the Panthers. Getting that rushing attack going. The passing game hasn't worked out so far, so they are doing what they can, and that is the rushing game. Pagels in the shotgun again. Opriado to his right-hand side, it's Barnett again in motion. And this time it's going to be Opriado up the middle, getting the punch forward. Number 3, Zachary Davis, is the one to meet him first. But another solid run.
They'll spot him down to the 17. It's a pickup of 4 and another first down for the Panthers. Opriado getting some work done. And the Panthers have a first down and 10 at the 17-yard line of Westosha.
First and 10. It's Pagels on the keeper, right-hand side. Flag flies, but Pagels gets inside the 10. Looking in the territory of holding on the Panthers.
I think you're right. That would be a 5-yard gain for the Panthers, but this one seems like it'll come back, and we'll have to see what the Panthers are made up of. Again, a nice change of pace moving to Keegan Barnett. They weren't getting things done with Opriado. They weren't able to get things done with Mancusi the way they wanted. They do call it a legal procedure and a legal shift, so it should be just a 5-yard penalty, I believe.
2 fouls both on the Panthers. Illegal motion and an illegal shift.
Now that's surprising. I don't think those both should be penalized. And both of them are a 5-yard penalty, but they've assessed them 10 yards in penalties here. I'm a little surprised to see that, but unfortunately for the Panthers, it means they're first down and 20 yards to go from the 22 of Westosha.
I have never seen that before, Zach. Usually it's one penalty at a time, but Pagels, bootleg out left. He's in trouble, just heaves it up for Barnett there on the outside, but that was in trouble from the start, Zach.
Not a bad throw by Pagels, too, but as you said, an emergency throw. Again, Cooper Huff, he has been everywhere. The linebacker for these Westosha Central Falcons, number 55, forces the early throw. Not a bad ball. It was in the vicinity, just not quite on target enough for Keegan Barnett to make the catch.
Barnett would have had to run a little farther than he wanted to make that ball, but again, like you said, a good pass, just too much pressure in the backfield for Pagels. And like you had mentioned before, that tough bootleg out to the left is really kind of the MO passing so far for Pagels. Pagels in this pistol. He's going to give to Opriado up the middle, but nothing doing there. And that's going to push us to 3rd down and way long for the Panthers.
Yeah, no gain on that play. Panthers now facing 3rd and 20. The line to gain is at the 2 of Westosha Central. This is one for the Panthers. Is discretion the better part of valor here? Set yourself up for a field goal, put some points on the board early. They weren't able to do that against Stoughton. Love to be able to do it against Westosha with just inside a minute and a half to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, and you know Coach Weber knows he's got Nolan Erfurth as a kicker who can boot it really well. But here we go, 3rd and 19, they're going to say. Pagels is going to throw, checks it down, and he's going to have a receiver. That's going to be number 23, Braden Evans, and the first completion for Pagels tonight is going to set up 4th down.
Yep, gain of 5 on that play. Braden Evans making the catch. Nice to see them get something done, and indeed he does stay more in the pocket, moves to his right, a more natural throwing motion for him. And it does look, at least at the moment, like the offense is staying on the field 4th and 14 here.
Less than a minute to go in the first quarter, and yes, Pagels and the offense are still out there here. 4th and 14. Opriado to Pagels' left-hand side. 4th and long. Pagels going to throw. Looking deep for Barnett. He's got him! And, Barnett diving but unable to make the catch. It'll be a turnover and down for the Panthers.
Oh, and the Panthers are going to want that bat. Keegan Barnett was in position to make that catch. He kind of stutter-stepped, though, just as Pagels was getting ready to throw. I'm not sure if he thought he needed to hold position or curl back. Then when he started off again, he's just a little bit behind the play. Gets his hands on it, but isn't in the position he needs to be. Goes to the ground and can't complete the catch.
So that'll give 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line for Mason Juga and company for the Falcons' second possession. 28 seconds left here, first quarter. Long second drive for the Panthers. And here now the Falcons. It's a double backfield set for Juga. He's going to get the snap, and it's going to be Kranz again up the middle. A host of Panther tacklers, that black jerseys all over him, Zach.
I thought Kranz had some decent space initially, but the Panthers swarm him under. He does gain 4. Not a terrible play on first down, but Panthers do a nice job to keep him from getting a lot more.
2nd down at 6. They do not need to snap this ball before the end of the quarter, and it does not look like they have any intention of doing so, Zach.
Nope. As you've mentioned throughout this first quarter, both teams happy to take a little slower pace, really be methodical. And you got to say it's paying off for them in the sense we haven't really seen mistakes. We haven't seen what you are accustomed to seeing in the first couple of games of the high school season. Interceptions, bad handoff exchanges, bad snaps. We haven't seen any of that today. And I think you can credit that at least a little bit to the tempo both of these coaches have selected.
Very slow pace for both teams. We're going to start the second quarter. The 2nd and 6 for the Falcons. But not a whole lot of action so far. Scoreless game after one quarter at Panther Stadium.
Difficulty with those left side bootlegs, and I think coming into the second quarter and especially the second half, the coaches are going to be able to look at that and adjust. The Panthers playing well, and if they can eliminate some of these sort of structural obstacles, I think they'll be able to start putting points on the board.
Definitely a good opportunity for the Panthers, but for now they're on defense. It's going to be Juga and company to start the second quarter. They're going to be on the left hash at their own 21-yard line. Juga with Kranz, and I can't quite see who's on his left-hand side there in the backfield, but it's a double back set. Juga's going to give off, and that's a big hole up the middle, but a great tackle by Seabass there. That was number 33, Jace Edwards on the carry, but a great tackle by Seabass.
Nice job by Seabass to get that stop, but it brings up 3rd down and 1 as the Westosha Central Falcons are within striking distance of a fresh set of downs.
And keeping up with that slow tempo attack that they had in the first quarter. Juga slowly walking to his shotgun set formation. It's going to be Kranz and Edwards in the backfield again. Absolutely no hurry here, but Juga gets the snap. Oh, and he's hit hard in the backfield. That's number 11, Caden Breon, with a massive hit in the backfield.
What a job by Breon, just shoots through the gap like a missile. I think that's a loss of at least 3 on the play. Incredible defense from the Panthers to turn a 3rd and 1 into a punt.
Absolutely beastly tackle by Caden Breon. Loss of 3 for Edwards, and they're going to punt it away. Hopefully, Zach, that's the punch that the Panthers needed to move forward.
Their defense so far has been excellent, and that was a real exclamation point play for these Panthers.
Clemensos kicks it sky high, punt spiraling forward. It's going to be a fair catch at the, looks like about the 36-yard line for Declan Lowry.
Nice catch by Lowry, recognizing how high that kick was. There were a couple of Falcons that were lining him up. Good of him to choose the fair catch. Panthers with decent field position to start their first possession of the second quarter.
Pagels and company going to have it at the 36, as previously mentioned.
I'd love to see the Panthers kind of invert what they've done in the first quarter. They were running up the middle and throwing from the outside. I think if you leave a big quarterback like Pagels in the pocket and allow his runners to get to the outside, I think that'll open the field for him. It'll improve both the running and the passing game.
And I would definitely agree with that, Zach. Here comes Barnett in motion. And he's going to get the end around sweeper. And he's got running room blockers in front of him. Barnett down the sideline. Big run. Pushed out of bounds inside Westosha Central territory. Keegan Barnett again, Zach.
And it's like the coaches and I are on the same wavelength here. Great choice there on the end around. Barnett gets the edge. It was only a saving tackle by Aiden Miller that kept that from being a touchdown. And that is a 19-yard gain for the Panthers and a first down into Westosha territory.
Pagels in the shotgun. Mancusi back in the backfield now. He's going to set up to Pagels' left-hand side. Split backs to the left. Correction, split receivers to the left. And Mancusi's going to get the handoff, and he's going to have running room up the middle. Nice solid 7 or 8 yard gain Great blocking there for Mancusi to get pushed forward.
Very good, and great stutter step by Mancusi. Gave just that little extra tick to let his blockers open things up for him. 6-yard gain on first down, just what you need to let yourself choose what you want to do next. Don't let the defense dictate.
7-yard gain for Mancusi. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Pagels is going to give to Mancusi once again, and he's going to have a Panther first down. More solid blocking, Zach, and another solid run for Mancusi.
Another 7-yard gain for Mancusi, and again, a little bit of a delay in the backfield. He lets his offensive linemen do the work and then takes what they give him, and what they gave him was 7 yards and a first down.
Mancusi, the senior, he's going to get it again up the middle. Ooh, and just pulled down. That was big number 76.
Yeah, Josh Bunza gets him, and again, the stutter step worked for him. Bunza, though, able to just reach out that long hand and grab him by the ankle. Otherwise, he had another big gang going. As it is, he picks up 2 and keeps things moving forward.
Looks like they're going to spot him with just 1 yard, but regardless, 2nd down and 9. 9 minutes to go, second quarter here. Panthers threatening. Pagels in the shotgun. He's going to give to Jace Opriado, who comes back in the game. Gets pushed forward, and he falls forward there. That's going to be close to a first down. He looks like he might be a yard or 2 short, Zach.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 8 on that, which should bring up a 3rd down and 1. Opriado with a nice run there. He's got 4 carries for 26 yards now today, and gives the Panthers a real opportunity here deep into Westosha territory.
Opriado was a leading rusher last week, 12 carries, 95 yards and a score. He's going to get it again, and he's going to have a Panther first down. Spins out of a tackle and then rolls forward. Another first down, another good run for Jace Opriado, the sophomore, really making an impact as a young underclassman here for this Panther offense.
100%, and you love to see the second effort there. He runs to contact and then pushes through it. Would have gained about 2, instead picks up about 5, and it's a Panther first down inside the red zone once again.
Opriado really showing why he's in the lineup right now for this Panther attack. Pagel's going to get the snap. He's going to give to Opriado again. He was met in the backfield. Good pressure by the Falcons. Really no running room for Opriado there.
No way to get past. Who else? Cooper Huff. Huff has just been everywhere, and indeed they're going to mark him down for a loss of 1 for Opriado there. Panthers will have to deal with a 2nd and 11 inside of 8 minutes to go in this first half.
Pagels step toward the sideline there. He's really taking his time. Again, the slow attack for the Panthers. 2nd down and 12 they mark. He's going to give it to Mancusi. No, that's going to be Evans. And he's not really going to get any running room for it at all.
Nope, they try and stretch the field to the far side that time. Evans, a strong runner, a fast runner, but good pursuit by Westosha keeps him home. And nothing doing on that. No gain on the play for Evans. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for Oregon.
3rd and long. Pagels is going to have the ball here on the left hash. Again, taking their time here. Absolutely no rush. Opriado in the backfield with him.
I wonder sometimes if the Panthers aren't tipping their hand a little bit. We mostly see them go to the cards when they're going to throw. I would not be surprised to see a pass in this down and distance.
And he is going to pass, but he's under pressure. Heavy pressure early. Gets it off, and it's caught by Opriado.
Boy,
no signal yet, Zach.
I thought that was a one-hopper. Zane Vargas putting the pressure on, forcing that throw. It looked to me like a one-hop, but the referees say he made the catch. I think a pickup of about 5. Yeah, to bring up 4th and 7.
They are going to give him 5 yards there to Edwards, or Opriado rather, with the catch there. 4th down and 7.
Panthers, again, no sense that they're going to go for the field goal. Offense stays on the field.
Opriado in the backfield. He's to the right-hand side of Pagels. And a flag flies. That was a very delayed flag, but I do think Westosha Central jumped over there.
It did look like they got into the neutral zone, and then I saw Pagels glance over at the side judge. Then we saw the flag come in. We'll see what the signal is here. One would have to assume it's offsides, and that is the call. So 4th down and 2. Still not enough to give them a first down, but a much more manageable 4th down attempt coming from the 12-yard line of the Falcons.
Make it 4th down and 2 for the Panthers.
And, of course, Pagels and company are going to stay on the field. 6 minutes to go, and a whistle.
And I think that's going to be the first time out for the Panthers.
Timeout Oregon.
It is indeed going to be the first time out for the Panthers. So while we got a minute, Zach, again, like we've talked about before, this has been a very, very slow attack for the Panther offense.
Taking their time, going slow, mostly runs, haven't thrown the ball a ton, although as we look at the stats here, we do have 7 attempts from Pagels, and I think, as I say, haven't thrown it a ton, it feels like it's just been mostly run because the passing game hasn't quite worked out the way they want. I think they're starting to get a sense of how to do it. You got to give credit to these Falcons. Their pass rush has been very, very good. When Pagels has thrown, he's often been under pressure.
Yeah, and with the rollout, the bootleg to the left, you mentioned that makes him have to turn to his opposite side to throw the ball. So it's allowing Westosha Central to put some pressure on him because he's got to make that extra move to throw the football. But 4th and 2 here from the 11-yard line. They're still threatening with 6 minutes to go here in the first half. We'd really like for the Panthers to get a score here before the half. Even though there's still 6 minutes left, this is their opportunity to really do some damage early.
There's nothing better than going into the half up and having struck near the end of regulation. Panthers would love to punch this one in.
Pagels is going to be in the shotgun as he has been all game long. Opriado is to his left-hand side. Barnett's going to come in motion to the backfield to his left. It's going to be a keeper for Pagels up the middle, and he's going to drag the defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Ethan Pagels, what a run! Absolutely fantastic from the QB, calls his own number and is able to take it just straight up the gut, find the seam, and get in more or less untouched. Grabbed right at the goal line. Panthers up 6-0.
Big score for Ethan Pagels there and puts the Panthers on the board and in the lead here as we approach halftime with 5:51 to go. Nolan Erfer is going to kick the extra point. He was perfect last week in the win over Stoughton. 5 for 5 on extra points last week. And no trouble with that one. It is 7-0 Panthers, 5:51 to go. Zach in the second quarter. Great drive, slow, methodical, but they got it done.
Very much a take what they give you drive. The Panthers here came in with a plan for how they wanted to play this game, how they wanted mostly to run this football. That's exactly what they executed against Westosha on that drive. They go all the way down the field and score. Pagels, the perfect guy to put the capstone on it. And again, these coaches who saw their team stumble early on against Stoughton and rally back have to be very happy with what they see here. Not even stumbles in the first quarter, just couldn't quite execute the way they wanted. They've stuck with the plan. Their execution has only improved as we've gone, and you see that on the scoreboard.
Absolutely, and this is looking good for the Panthers so far. Erfer's going to kick it back deep. You're going to have Central Watts and Jace Edwards back to receive for the Falcons. As they will have their third opportunity to try to answer the touchdown by the Panthers.
Nolan Erfer handling the kickoff duties for the Panthers.
Erfurth is set, gets the whistle. Boots it high, deep drive. It's going to be Edwards from his own 8-yard line. Trying to run to his own sideline there, splits a tackle and breaks free, breaks another tackle. But the pressure is on there, and finally Parker Rydell with the tackle. Falcons will start just on the other side of the 20-yard line, Zach, with their third possession.
Very nice job by the Panthers coverage team. We saw Westosha early on deliver a nice job of kickoff coverage. There, the Panthers do the same, limit any kind of return and force a nominal sort of starting position for Westosha. They'll have to go quite a distance if they want to score here in the last 5:41.
As they've done so far, they've been in the huddle for every snap so far. Juga is going to be in the shotgun. He's got Kranz to his left, to his right. Split receivers out wide to the right. Ball marked at the left hash. Juga claps, gets the snap. He's going to throw over the middle and off the fingertips of number 22, Jojo Okua, the sophomore receiver. And that's going to be the second pass attempt for Juga. And it goes incomplete.
Nice attempt by Westosha Central there. They had a man open, just weren't able to complete on the pass. But that's a good design play. It would have had him a lot of yardage over the middle of the field.
2nd down and 10 for the Falcons from their own 21-yard line. Similar set here. Juga in the shotgun. He's going to send Akua to the other side now in motion. Kranz in the backfield with Juga. And back in motion goes Akua. It's going to be a give to Kranz on the right-hand side. He's going to cut it back up the middle, but black jerseys surround him, and not much doing there for Kranz.
Kranz trying every which way to break free there. The Panthers just covering every inch of the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for him to go. I think they'll give him about 3 to the 24, and it's 3rd and 7 for Westosha with 5:17. The Panthers, if they can stop this here, have plenty of clock left for another scoring drive. Still with 2 of their timeouts.
Good defensive pressure so far for the Panthers. Juga and company really in absolutely no hurry. They're letting the clock tick here. 3rd down and 8. It is marked at the 23-yard line. Juga in the shotgun. Kranz going to be to his right side. Splits out to the right. Clap and the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Have to push off of Kranz. And once he had to push off of Kranz there, it was over because he had to fight off 2 more black jerseys.
Panthers pushing their way through, pushing Kranz back into him. Absolutely nowhere for Juga to go. He sneaks 2 out of it through sheer determination more than anything else. And the Panthers with an opportunity here. I'm kind of surprised they didn't take a timeout right as soon as that spot was called in, but they'll get the punt here shortly.
Yep, Clemensos will come out to punt yet again as the Falcons offense has been really stagnant here. They have not had a play go for more than 10 yards here. Clemensos is going to punt it away from his own 15. Gets it across midfield. Fair catch at the 39 for Lowry. Declan Lowry with a fair catch.
An otherwise choice by Lowry. Zachary Davis right on top of him. Fair catch the only option. Panthers, though, just over 4 minutes to play, 2 timeouts, starting at the Westosha 39. Plenty of time to go 61 yards here for another score. Certainly enough time to get in Nolan Erfler's field goal range.
Pagels and company. This is a chance to go up by 2 scores as their defense has really given them a lot of help. Pagels in the shotgun. He's got Mancusi now in the backfield.
We'll try during lunch.
He's going to get the snap, and he's going to throw it. Looking like he was going to stay in the pocket, but now he rolls out looking for Hermsdorf, but that was kind of a broken play, Zach.
And Pagels is down after that play. He took a shot as soon as he released the ball. Looked a little worse for the wear, but he does pop right back up. I like that initial play design, him in the pocket, and I like that he stayed there and looked. Once he's flushed out, again, I like the look. The choice to throw that ball a little bit inadvisable, threw into a couple of white jerseys. Thankfully, it goes down incomplete. Hopefully he's feeling okay after that big hit.
Definitely one I think you would like Pagels to just throw it away, get rid of it, and move on to the next play. And like you said, took the shot. He's kind of hunched over there in the shotgun, but he's going to take the snap here. Gives to Mancusi up the middle. Another inside zone handoff. Not much doing there. It's going to set up 3rd and medium for the Panthers.
Nice run by Mancusi to get what he could. He's a little guy. He's very elusive, does some skips and hops, but in the end, it only goes for 3 yards, and the Panthers have a long way to go here, 3rd and 7, to try and get things, keep things moving.
Pagels in no hurry. Again, he's kind of hunched over. Definitely still feeling that hit he took there after the pass on 1st down.
That's the other advantage to throwing it away. If you're trying to throw on target, you want to set your feet and plant yourself. If you're throwing it away, you can keep moving and avoid that solid contact.
Pagels with 3:10 and counting here, and they're going to get a whistle and a second timeout by the Panthers before 3rd and 7. I think for Coach Weber, really, this is a chance for Pagels to kind of catch his breath after taking that shot on 1st down.
Exactly right. Give your quarterback a little opportunity, give all your players a little opportunity to rest and catch back up. Try and get on the same play, on the same page, on a play. Decide what you want to do. 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7. Up near midfield is where they need to get. That'll be the line to gain. Got to decide on something useful here. You hate to turn it over. Westosha does still have 3 timeouts, and even though their offense hasn't been firing on all cylinders, if you give it to them with a short field, they're going to be hungry to get a score.
3:10 to go 1st half here at Panther Stadium. The lights are on. Sun has set behind us here in the booth. 7-0 Panthers.
As you look out here from our view at the press box, you've got this great view. This feels like Wisconsin, like a postcard you would send to Wisconsin. We got farms and silos and fields of grain out on the far side. We got the bleachers with the fans. This is such a wonderful place to play football and watch football. Love being part of OCA Media and the Oregon school system.
Absolutely. I am excited to be with this crew, and Ethan Pagels is excited to be back in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap on 3rd and 7, looking to throw deep, but he's under pressure, skates out of the sack. He's going to throw it over the middle. He's got Hermsdorf up the middle, wide open, and that's going to be a big first down inside the 40 into Westosha Central territory, Zach.
What a play by Ethan Pagels. Great job staying in the pocket. We've talked about him rolling out all game. That time he hangs tough, stays in the pocket, 21 yards to Hermsdorf, a first down, and they keep on going.
Big play by Pagels to stay alive and find the open man. 20-yard gain on that one for Pagels to Hermsdorf. First down and 10, 2.5 to play first half. Pagels in the shotgun again. Mancusi next to him sends Barnett in motion. And it's going to be an end rock give to Barnett. He's going to have the sideline. Just didn't have enough room to get to the edge, but still did get a few yards there, Zach.
Yeah, he doesn't get the corner, but he gets 6, and importantly, he gets out of bounds. 2:26 to go. Panthers still with the timeout. Second down and 4 as they are now rolling. Got a lot of momentum on this drive.
Pagels standing down. He's looking to the sideline, now gets the read. Second down and 3 here. 2:26 to go first half. Mancusi to his left. He's going to get the snap, and he's going to look to throw. Throwing it deep for Barnett, and that one's going to be just out of Barnett's reach. Good coverage there by Zachary Davis for Westosha Central.
Barnett tried to create a little separation there against the covering DBs. That was Zachary Davis. And then I looked to the referee as though he deserved a flag. Wise choice not to call it, and unfortunately the pass falls incomplete. But still, 3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Panthers. Very makeable, obviously in 2-down territory here, and still with the timeout.
Pagels now jogs over to the offense. Gives him the set. It's going to be Mancusi to his left-hand side. Split receivers out wide to his left. He's going to give to Mancusi another inside zone handoff, and Mancusi's going to reach the 25, and that's going to be a first down for the Panthers.
Great run for Brett Mancusi. Another gain, 6 yards on that one. 8 carries for 34 yards for him in this game. He's been a workhorse. Gets the Panthers a fresh set as they continue to push forward.
All at the 26-yard line. Clock continues to run. Now under 2 minutes to go. First half. Pagels in the shotgun. Mancusi stands to his right. Sends Barnett in motion. Barnett stands to his left. It's going to be Pagels keeping it himself up the middle. Gets a couple yards before contact, but a good tackle inside there. Zachary Davis came up to meet him in the hole.
Nice job as he moves forward. I think they're going to mark him at the 22, it looks like, so they'll call that a 4-yard gain. Pagels now 5 carries, 29 yards. His keeper game has been excellent, and obviously he had the touchdown on the 12-yard carry to finish the last drive. And in fact, it looks like they're calling that 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Yep, they give him 6 yards there. Pagels is going to be in the shotgun with Mancusi to his left-hand side. He's going to look to pass, throws to his left, and he's going to have a completion to Barnett. A host of Falcon tacklers there, but a good pass to his left-hand side, and Pagels moves the ball forward once again.
Barnett up to the 11, 10-yard gain, and another Panther first down. The Panthers well inside the red zone now, still with a 1st and 10. They can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
At first, under a minute to go now, first half. Panthers threatening for more. Trying to go up 2 scores here before the half. Pagels, Opriado now in the backfield with him to his right-hand side. It's Barnett and Norland. Out wide, Pagels up the middle, breaks a tackle, fighting forward. He's going to be just short of the goal line. But what a solid run again by Pagels, Zach.
You have to be impressed with Ethan Pagels through the air and on the ground. 8 yards down to the 3-yard line. 2nd and 2 to go as the Panthers with 25 seconds to play now hurrying up a little bit.
First time we've really seen him hurry it up. Pagels gives up the middle.
I don't think he got there. That was the give to Jace Opriado, and we do get a timeout, I believe, from Oregon. So they're going to mark him short. I think he picked up only one. That'll make it 3rd and 1 on the 1-yard gain.
Oregon uses their third and final
timeout for the Panthers. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 2. They do have a chance to get a first down, but right here with 12 seconds left, Zach, you're looking for the end zone.
Absolutely. You got to figure this is one and done. Anything that stops in the middle of the field and is not a first down is going to end the game. So,
end the half.
Excuse me. We're not quite to the end of the game. So it's an interesting choice here for the Panthers coaches. It's been run all day as your bread and butter play. Do you want, with a tight field, to sort of switch things up and go to the pass, or do you want to continue to ride your workhorse backs, Brett Mancusi and Jace Opriado, who have been very successful for you? You also have Ethan Pagels in the mix to carry the ball. A lot of choices for the Panthers, and that's got to make it hard on the defense of Westosha.
Pagels and company now out of the timeout. They're going to move forward. 12 seconds to go here, first half. It looks like it's going to be Jace Opriado in the backfield with Pagels. Norland and Barnett. Opriado skips over to his right-hand side. Barnett in motion into the backfield. Here it is, 3rd and 1. They're looking to that side, and it's thrown. And incomplete. They were looking for Landon Gladden, the tight end. Looked like Gladden had a chance at it, Zach, but it's going to fall incomplete.
It was a low line throw from Pagels. Not a bad throw exactly, but certainly a difficult reception. Gladden not able to hang on, but that is the one play you can run where you get a second bite at the apple. 4th and 1, but the clock stops on the incompletion. They've got another chance here. I like that play call from Coach Weber. I'm very interested to see what he goes with here.
4th down and 1. 8 seconds left in the half for Pagels and company. Opriado in the backfield. It's Pagels sending Barnett in motion once more. This time it's a give to Barnett up the side, and it's going to be a touchdown up the middle. Keegan Barnett scores from 2 yards out. There you go, Zach. Right before the end of the half, they're going to go up 2 scores.
You ride the guys who have gotten you there. That is his 5th carry for 50 yards and now a touchdown. Keegan Barnett, 2 yards to pay dirt. Not a single hand of Westosha was laid on him. And the Panthers are on top 13-0 pending the PAT.
Nolan Erfurth is going to come in for the PAT 4 seconds before the half. Perfect ending to the half for the Panthers. Erfurth kicks it up and good. It's 14-0 Panthers. Stifling defense so far. Outstanding play selection and driving by the offense. This has really been an excellent first half for the Panthers.
If you're Coach Weber and his staff, you could not be happier with how the Panthers have performed. The start was a little sloppy, I would say, but only in the sense that they didn't quite connect on what they wanted. They were doing what they needed to do. Players were in the positions they needed to be in, but it wasn't quite millimeter perfect. Now you're seeing them really imposing on Westosha. They're winning the battles at the line. Their running backs are taking their time, stuttering, moving with the blocking to take what's available to them, and the passing game is starting to come alive. As I look at my stat sheet here, Pagels has 40 yards through the air. Pagels, excuse me. So Oregon really starting to do a job on offense, and man, all game long their defense has been fantastic. That's what's kept Westosha off the scoreboard.
Westosha Central has run 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 plays, folks, in this first half. In 24 minutes of action, Zach, that's not a lot of action on offense.
And your defense gets more and more tired, more and more exhausted, especially facing a run-first attack like the Panthers that has been brutal in the middle.
Erfurth, he's going to just squib it forward, and that's going to be caught right at the line by Brett Wick, number 89, the junior up man. And probably a design kickoff by Erfurth there.
And honestly, give credit to Wick there. That's one of those where, especially at the high school level, those squib kicks to the up men, those get mishandled somewhat frequently. There's not a lot of time left. It probably wouldn't have hurt him, but nice job by Wick to field it cleanly and at least get out of this without any more damage against the Falcons.
Juga and company in with the ball. 2 seconds left, ball at the 45. I can't imagine they're going to do much here, but Juga does go into the shotgun. He's got Krantz to his left-hand side.
certainly not looking like they're going to kneel it out. 3 wideouts, might try and air one out here.
He's going to send number 22 in motion. He is going to throw it deep. Now he's going to roll out and to his left-hand side, look to throw. Clock expires, and he's going to punch forward into number 33 for the Panthers, Parker Reidel. A little chippy there at the end there. It's Juga pounds into Reidel.
A little bit of jawing at the end
Yeah.
there. These two teams definitely engaged in a very tight competition, and when that happens, you know, teams want to say a little something to one another. I'm sure both coaching staffs will let their players know that that's not what they're looking for. We do have a flag on the play. It's possible that that jawing may be sanctioned as we enter the second half here. We'll see if we can get a signal from these officials.
I think we both expected Juga to just kneel it out and go to the half, but they ran a play, and depending on how this works out, it might be an adverse decision by the Falcons, but we're still waiting on the call by the officiating crew. Head referee Jason Dahl and his crew still conversing at the 45-yard line.
This is something where at the pro level you would say you got to use your head there. If you're Juga, you have to recognize this is one chance to make a deep throw. If that's not there, generally you want to throw it away. If you take off running, that's not bad, but as soon as you see that you're not getting anywhere, slide, avoid the hit, avoid the confrontation, take the smart play there. By moving to contact, he puts himself at risk, and he also takes a risk of something like this. Now, this may redound to their benefit if this penalty goes against Oregon, but nonetheless, this is something where in high school where you're learning the game, this is something you're going to want to think about as a quarterback. How do you make these decisions? How do you think about down and distance here?
The clock has expired here. The officials have...
And indeed, it's unsportsmanlike against both teams.
Yep, and so that will end the first half, Zach. 14-0 Panthers in their home opener after 24 minutes of action. You really got to like what you've seen out of the Panthers in the first half, Zach.
Extremely pleased by how this Oregon team has played, Jesse. They have been very, very solid. From the word go, they were getting work done, and then we saw into the second quarter in particular that they really started to find their stride, really developed the offensive punch that they were looking for. It shows on the scoreboard, up by fully 2 touchdowns, both of them rushing touchdowns, which I think is how they want to operate in this game.
Well, folks, that'll do it for the first half of action for us on OCA Media. We will be back for the second half of this exclusive presentation of Panther football only on OCA Media. Your Panthers are up 14-0 as we head to the locker room. Your home for Panther sports here on OCA Media.
Thanks for watching OCA Media, your home for Panther sports.
This exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panther Sports is brought to you in partnership with these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for our young people to thrive. One Community Bank. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Stoughton Health. And Wisco Industries. J.L. Richards Prime Meats and Catering. OCA Media sports broadcasts are made available free with the support of our local sponsors and community. To join our fine family of sponsors, email Paul at ocamedia.com. You can also donate directly at ocamedia.com/donate to help us continue to provide this service to our community.
Want to be a part of something great?
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club needs your help.
It means providing student athletes with positive experiences to help them succeed on and off the court.
make sure I have the right gear and equipment I need to succeed.
Your donation will create a lasting impact in our community.
With your donations, you will help me in achieving my goals.
We need your support.
We are part of something great.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing we do to keep us focused.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game?
To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health.
Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need to keep your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
You can't protect your kids from everything, like forgetting their lines in a school play, rejection by their first crush,
no.
or missing the game-winning goal. But you can protect your teens and preteens from serious diseases like meningitis and cancer by following the recommended adolescent schedule for HPV, Tdap, meningococcal, and flu vaccines.
Hi, I'm Officer Krantz, the School Resource Officer.
And I'm Larry Mayo, the Director of Transportation for the Oregon School District. And today we're here to talk about bus safety and what that means for you as a driver.
Under Wisconsin law, a driver must stop at minimum of 20 feet in front of or behind a stopped school bus. Failure to do so could result in a fine up to $300.
Hello, my name is Kristen Buskugger, driver for bus number 5. Today we will take you through a student pickup. As I approach the students, I activate our flashing amber lights, which warns motorists ahead and behind that the bus will be coming to a stop. As I open the door, the flashing red lights activate. The swing bar and the stop sign come out. I check to make sure that traffic is stopped in front and behind the bus. Then I motion the students to cross the street. They enter the bus and find a spot to sit as soon as they can.
Hi, I'm William. This is my friend Brady. We're teaching kids about getting on a bus safely. Under no circumstances should you ever just walk across the street or run across. You always need to get permission from your bus driver before you get on.
All right, the bus driver waved us across. Now we can cross the road.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for watching out for our students.
Please drive safe out there.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Look, Mom, I'm on TV! OCA Media rocks!
Welcome back to the second half for Panther football, only on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. I'm Jesse Larson with Zach Sielaff. 14-0 Panthers after one half of play, Zach. This is, as we talked about before the end of the half, this was one heck of a half for the Panthers.
It really was. You and I were talking, the big thing for me, we talked about the Panther offense a lot, and I think that makes sense given what happened at Stoughton. We wanted to see how they were going to do, how they were going to come out. But the real stars of this game have been the Panther defense. They have limited Westosha Central to 9 plays from scrimmage in the first half. What did we say? Was it 16 yards?
Yeah, 9 plays for 19 yards.
19 yards, excuse me. So absolutely nothing doing for the Falcons on the offensive side of the ball, and you have to give that credit to the Panther defense. We've got some replays here as we go through. Let's start right here as we see in slow-mo the Panthers, and again, this is their defense just swarming to the ball, making the tackle, getting the stop. And they're not allowing anything to come forward from Westosha. As we continue to cycle, and you have to forgive me, I'm kind of doing this manually on our replay system. The long, high, twisting kick here as this one comes down and lands. And this was the Panthers' initial kickoff coverage here. We saw they just didn't let them get anywhere here. Panthers staying home, doing some excellent work, and not allowing Westosha to get good field position.
Which we talked about them shutting down the Falcon offense. They're doing the same really against the special teams. Nothing doing at all whatsoever with the ball for Westosha Central.
And if you're Westosha, I think this is tricky because when you go into the locker room with only 9 offensive plays under your belt, it's not like you can say, well, we did this and it worked and we need to do that a little bit more. Not only did nothing they do work, they just didn't get a chance to do very much. Their poor defense has got to be sucking wind on the sideline there, having to face not just a relentless Panthers attack, but a Panthers attack that spent most of that first half on the field. Their defense was out there for a long, long time. They have got to be exhausted, and as we go in deeper into the second half here, if their offense can't figure out a way to hold the ball a little longer, the Panthers are going to really begin to roll. As we're just working through the replay setup here, I want to offer to everyone, both Jesse and I are volunteers, our camera operators, our directors, our producers, everyone here at OCA Media is a volunteer, and all of us started off as people with no experience in broadcasting or production. We came in just wanting to be a part of this community and this community project of OCA Media. If you would like to be a part of this community project, head to ocamedia.com, hit up our director, Paul at ocamedia.com, and let us know. No experience is required. We will provide all the training. Got another replay queued up here as we set. And this is going to be the Panthers moving the football. And this is Pagels rolling out to his right, a nice pass across his body. And this is what we saw through a lot of this game, right? He had to roll out. He's having to throw on the run. Those were a little bit more difficult throws for him. He wasn't quite as confident when he had his feet moving under him and didn't have a good platform.
And with the amount of passing that they've done in the first half, obviously it's been a rush heavy attack. At least with some of the throws, the completions he's had, he's still getting good throws, but I think you'd like to see him stay more in the pocket, like you said. This is something that obviously they don't really focus on. It's a rush-heavy offense, but man, just give Pagels a chance in the pocket.
And as we see here, the Panthers running another play. That was one of those stretch plays they ran that just didn't quite get the corner, but I like that they stuck with it. A lot of those plays were able to get around the corner, even if they didn't get 6-8 yards, get big gains for the Panthers here on this replay as they're trying to run this one up the gut and find themselves a nice hole all the way to the end zone. That was Ethan Pagels' touchdown that got the scoring started. He is a big guy. He runs with confidence, a very talented just athlete in addition to being a very good football player. You see that on display on that run.
Yeah, got really untouched for those first 9 or so yards, and then it was just dragging the defender in the rest of the way into the end zone. That put the Panthers on the board. They're currently up 14-0. We're less than a minute to go until the start of the second half, Zach. It is going to be, I believe it's going to be the Panthers with the football first.
I thought the Panthers received. I could be wrong on that. Just to go back to Pagels for a second, they list him at 6'3", 210. And that's a big, strong guy running downhill at you. I don't think anyone really wants to get in the way. And I believe this is going to be the Panthers kicking off, but don't hold me to that just yet.
Well, regardless, we are set for second half football here on OCA Media. Just a few moments to go as both teams are returning back to the sideline. We are in the dark now as the lights are on here in the booth and the lights over the stadium. We got a pretty good sized crowd here, Zach. Both Westosha Central even traveling. It's a good drive for them up this way, an Oregon home crowd. The student section in their construction uniforms.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely, like you said at the start, beautiful night for football, and the fans came out to support their teams.
Long way out from Kenosha. Great to see parents and fans from the Westosha area making their way out here. You mentioned that we're under the lights here. It's Thursday night lights rather than Friday night lights, and the reason for that is a real shortage of officials, and this is true across sports and across states even. It's not just Dane County or Wisconsin that's facing this. As we all know, it is difficult to be an official. You get none of the gravy, all of the grief. People really can sometimes be pretty hostile toward the officials. I do want to call out our officiating crew today. Our referee is Jason Dahl, our umpire Jeff Lewis, our headline judge Justin Marion, our line judge Andy Gallion, and our back judge Bill Topp. Thank you to them and all the officials, because you can't play a high school football game without officials, and you can't play any high school sport without officials. We need people who are willing to put on the stripes and help make these games the same way that the coaches do, the same way that the fans who staff the concession stands do, the same way us here at OCA Media. All of us are part of helping these kids to enjoy sports and get all the benefits out of high school sports. So big thanks to them. You can become an official yourself. You can join us at OCA. You can volunteer with the parents who run the stadium. There's a lot of things you can do if you want to get involved in the community here and keep high school sports alive.
Absolutely, and you are correct before. That is not going to be the Panthers with the football. It's going to be them kicking off. We're going to have Central Watts and Jace Edwards back deep to receive for Westosha Central as we are set for second half football here at Panther Stadium. Nolan Erfurth will kick it deep. He's got a pretty good boot for sure. He's 2 for 2 on the extra points. He was 5 for 5 last week, and all of his kickoffs, Zach, last week went for more than 50 yards.
It is so, we've talked about this in Panther broadcast in years past. It is so important to have a kicker at the high school level. So many teams do not have a kicker they can trust, which means they can't take advantage of field goal opportunities. They struggle with extra points, and they give bad field position on kickoffs. Having someone like Nolan Erfurth who you can rely on to deliver quality kicking is such an advantage at the high school level.
Ticking down here the last few seconds before the officials allow Erfurth to set and kick deep. But we are ready to go here in the booth, and it looks like the teams are on the field ready to go. Nolan Erfurth set to kick deep for the Panthers. He gets the whistle. And here we go in the second half from Panther Stadium. That's a squibbling kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Edwards lets it roll. That's going to set up the Falcons with some pretty good field position to start the half, Zach.
I feel like I have to take the blame there. That is broadcaster's curse par excellence. Anytime you talk about, oh, he's got a no-hitter going or something like that, you end up cursing him. Erfurth there, not even a bad kickoff, but a wise choice by Westosha as they see it twisting towards the sideline to just let it go. They've got enough time to protect it from the live ball being picked up by Oregon. It does go out of bounds, and so Westosha will start 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Kickoff out of bounds. Will set it at the 30-yard line.
Well, and they've got it at the 30, but they've got the first down marked at the 35.
And they're going to move the football forward now.
I thought it should be at the 35.
The 35. So about a 20-yard penalty. And it's going to be Mason Juga in the shotgun set. Caden Kranz is in the backfield again. The 10th play of the game on offense for the Falcons. He's going to just toss it out wide. He's going to have Watts, and he's going to have running room near a first down and gets the first down before getting pushed out of bounds on his own sideline, Zach. First play, quick outside pass, and Watts gets the first down.
Really nice quick screen there, taking advantage of the way the Panthers are playing very deep off coverage. He's got 11 yards before anyone's really got a chance to even get after him. A nice start from Westosha, equaling nearly 50% of their entire offensive output from the first half on that one play.
Good start to the second half. See if the Panther defense can buckle down now as the ball's at the 46-yard line right in front of us. Juga in the shotgun. Claps, gets the snap. He's going to throw again to the outside, and Watts, he lost it before the hit came from Brady Hook, but that was a solid hit after the play.
Yep, Central Watts pays for trying to come across the middle on that one. The ball a little bit out of his reach, and a nice shot delivered by the Panthers. 2nd down and 10 coming up as Oregon's defense gets ready to get right back to work.
Good shot by Brady Hook, senior defensive back, and he was a little excited after that play for sure. 2nd down and 10 for Juga and company. He's going to be in the shotgun again.
Panthers still with a deep off look, single high safety in their secondary.
Juga's going to roll out to his left-hand side. He's going to look to throw. Flag is on the play, but he's going to slide forward at about the 50-yard line. Was looking to throw there, but ended up having to keep it and then slide down at midfield.
Seabass has got to be real careful there as Juga slides in. Seabass comes over the top. I think he made the effort to avoid the hit late, and so no flag, which I think is a good call from the ref. But you got to be real careful when that quarterback starts to go down. You have to avoid contact if at all possible.
So there was a flag thrown right about the start of the play.
And we got an illegal man downfield.
Whoa.
And so that, as you said, it was a designed pass, and so the offensive lineman release, expecting that ball to go downfield instead on the run.
That's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 15, back into their own territory now. So a little bit of a setback for the Falcons. That should help the Panther defense out and see what they can do. As Juga taking his time getting this read. He's going to have Kranz to his left-hand side, splits top to the left. Claps, gets the snap, another rollout bootleg pass. He's looking to throw, and he's going to throw it to the sideline. It's Watts making the catch. Yes, making the catch at the 49-yard line.
Nice sliding catch by Central Watts, a gain of 9 to bring up 3rd and 6. Watts going to his knees as he made the catch near the sideline. Great grab.
3 quick passes out of the gates here in the second half. I don't know if I was expecting them to throw it this much to start the second half, but they're moving the ball forward, even though they're, again, with the slow, methodical offense, Zach. It's coming together, and they've got another chance to get back across the midfield. 2
pass attempts in the first half. First 3 plays in the second half have all been passes, so deciding to go with an aerial attack, so far getting some positive yardage out of it.
Juga again in the shotgun. Kranz to his left-hand side, right-hand side this time. And he's going to sling it out to Kranz. He's going to bobble but make the catch. Going nowhere in the backfield. Number 44, Jamison Nowak.
That's a loss of 3. Tremendous play by Nowak. Krantz has some speed. The ball doesn't let him quite keep on his run. He's got to slow down just a little bit. Krantz accelerates, meets him at the mesh point of the catch, and takes him right to the turf. A great play by the Panthers defense and a huge opportunity here to bottle up this first drive.
Backs him up 5 yards on the pass backwards. 9:40 and change to go here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 12 for the Falcons. Had some momentum here to start the drive with these passes, but it is kind of stalled out now. Now Juga's got to try to regroup this offense.
And that's going to be a false start.
False start on Central Watts on the far side there. I don't know if he saw Juga making a motion forward, but he just stepped forward across the line.
And this is what we talked about in the first half that we really didn't see, which is mental mistakes from either team. In this case, 2 penalties, and I believe I miscalled it. I don't think it was man downfield. I think it was too many men on the field, that first penalty, and then this penalty for a false start. 10 yards of penalties here as they're facing a 3rd and 17. Would be 3rd and 7 without any of these penalties. It's really stalled out what it started as a very promising drive.
It did indeed start out as a promising drive. Now 3rd and 17 with 9:26 to go in the third quarter. Juga and company, another slow huddle here. He's going to be in the shotgun. Kranz to his left-hand side. Split receivers out. He's going to roll bootleg to the left. Looking to throw under pressure. Throws it, and it's incomplete. I thought Brady Hook had the interception there, Zach. Another flag is going to come out, though, after the play is over.
And they're looking at number 8, Trey Zurowick. I agree. Hook nearly took that one all the way the other way. Zurwick looks in disbelief about whatever it might be. I didn't see. The flag is way here in the backfield near the Panthers sideline by the 32-yard line. Nice play by Brady Hook on that ball. Forces the incompletion, but we'll have to see. Even if this is a 15-yard penalty, it won't be a first down for Westosha.
Unless
Obviously,
it's an automatic. And,
right, unless it's an automatic first down.
Yeah.
Now we'll have to see exactly what the call is. I did not see what happened back well behind the play.
Officials still huddling as we wait for the official call. But this could impact the drive big time.
It looks like they're talking to Coach Weber here.
Personal foul on Oregon, and that is going to be.
And that, well, they say indicate third down though, so not an automatic first down, whatever the infraction was. That will make it 3rd and 2 though, and that will take them into Panther territory all the way to the Oregon 46-yard line.
Well, tough break for the Panthers. Zach and I both didn't see what happened to cause the personal foul, but regardless, Zach, that's kind of a back-breaking play there, or mistake there by the defense, because you had the breakaway, you had 4th down, and forcing a punt.
Momentum is so fickle. We saw how Westosha was down and out thanks to their penalties. The Panthers give them a big penalty and get them right back into things.
3rd down and a short 2 for Juga and company. He's going to send a motion man. It's going to be Akua. The give is to Watts in the backfield, but he is dropped in the backfield. That is number 11, and that is Caden Breon, who had a massive hit in the backfield in the first half, coming up again with a big play.
Great design run blitz. Breon shoots right through the A gap. He forces his way past the blocker that had him, but there is a penalty flag down on the Westosha sideline right near the line of scrimmage. I hear Panthers fans cheering, and illegal shift against Westosha. We'll see if the Panthers, no, they decline. So the Panthers will force 4th down rather than take the extra yardage.
That's probably a good call. I try to force the punt there.
Although, yep, because that, it's 4th down and 9 with the loss of yardage. What a play by Caden Breon, shooting through that A gap. That is just how you hope it looks. That you could create a clinic video based on that play on how to do a run blitz.
Not his first big-time play of the night. 7-yard loss for Watts on the Caden Breon hit in the backfield. It will force Carter Clementos to punt it away. And Declan Lowry is back deep to receive. A junior DB playing the role of punt returner tonight. Clementos standing at his own 31. And we are having a whistle here.
We have a flag on the play for delay of game all the way back by Declan Lowry. So I'm not sure if Westosha took too long here.
Yes, they did.
It is delay of game, so 5 yards more for Westosha. And man, when it rains, it pours, and the poor Falcons here from Westosha really struggling on this first offensive drive.
Well, we talked about it, Zach. They had the promising start, but multiple penalties just keep backing them up, and they could not get out of their own way there on this drive.
That's 3 for 15 yards now. The Panthers 1 for 15, but they're able to fight back. Falcons not so much.
Clementos from his own 30, punts it deep. Lowry's going to move backwards, let it bounce in front of him, and it's going to get a Panther bounce up ahead to about the 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be down at the 28, but good thing from Lowry there. Let that bounce, get a favorable roll on the outside there.
We talked about how important kickers were. Return men equally important. And what you want out of your return men, more than being a successful returner, you'd love to see that, but being a smart returner, someone who knows when to get away from the ball, who knows when to call for a fair catch. Declan Lowry hasn't been able to show off his elusiveness and his moves, but he has been able to show off his smarts, and that's really been to the benefit of the Panthers today.
Well, that's going to be this is now going to be the first Panther drive of the second half. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Ethan Pagels and company with a 14-0 lead, looking to add more to it. Officials are huddling up here. I'm not sure why, Zach, but
it looks like one of the coaches is chatting, one of the Westosha coaches. I don't know if he has questions about that delay of game. But he's talking with the side judge on the far side of the field there by the first down marker.
Well, regardless, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 29 for Pagels and company. He's going to send Barnett in motion and give him on the end around. Good block by Mancusi, but Barnett is hit at the 35.
Barnett only getting 5 there, only in heavy air quotes. I hope you can hear it as I'm saying it here on TV. But what a job, as you mentioned, by Brett Mancusi. Without that block, I don't think Barnett gets any. Mancusi delivers a huge block to get him a nice gain on first down.
And blocked by Mancusi gets him an extra couple yards. Jack Skinner, hard hit there. Brings Barnett down. It'll be 2nd and 5 from the 35 on the right hash. Pagels in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Mancusi gets another nice block there as Pagels rolls to the outside, looking to throw deep. Multiple flags coming down. Looking for Colin Norland.
I think that might be defensive holding against Westosha. Kind of threw a Panther blocker to the floor. And I think the Panthers might, even though the pass falls incomplete, I think they might get something out of this here on the penalty call.
If it is indeed defensive holding, another mistake by Westosha. Really not doing themselves any favors
They
here.
do call the Panthers for it. Now, It looked to me like Westosha had initiated that play, but they're going to call it against Oregon. That'll march them back 10 yards and make it 2nd and 15 for the Panthers. So both teams, we didn't see really at all in the first quarter. I think there might have been 2 penalties in total. We've seen now that must be the 5th, either the 5th or the 6th penalty in this quarter. And both teams really kind of shooting themselves in the foot at various points here.
I have 6 penalties so far, Zach, here in the second half.
Yeah.
And in the first half, we had 5.
We had 5, okay. So we've already, in not 5 minutes of one quarter, already had as many as we had in the whole first half.
Barnett's going to go in motion into the backfield. Pagels in the shotgun, going to give to Mancusi to the side. It's going to left-hand side zone handoff. Not much doing there for Mancusi.
Yeah, maybe 3 for Mancusi, just not a lot available to him. They try some trickery between him and Barnett, disguising who was going to get the ball. Westosha not fooled, and they force a 3rd and 11 for the Panthers.
Pagels again in the shotgun as we set 3rd and 11. Ball at the 28. It's Mancusi in the backfield in motion. He's going to go wide out. Mancusi's going to get the pass on the left-hand side, and he's going to near a first down, tackled out of bounds.
Ooh, a tough spot. Mancusi, to my mind, was right at the line to gain. It looks like they're going to spot him about a yard short. I love the wheel route out of the backfield like that. A quick developing play. Doesn't let Westosha adjust. They do pick up 10, but I think they are going to be a yard short.
Definitely an unfavorable spot there for the Panthers, but looks like no hesitation from Coach Weber here. 4th and 1 in your own territory, going for it, up 14 with 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Pagels in the shotgun, and we're going to have...
Oh, now the question is who went first. I think they're going to get Oregon, and they do. They call it false start.
Yep, Lennox Hoy, number 74, the outside lineman there. And that's going to force Coach Weber into changing his mind as they back him up 5 yards.
Yep, 4th and 2. He's happy to go for it in his own territory. 4th and 7. Decides discretion the better part of valor, and he'll kick it away.
7th penalty of the night for the Panthers will end this drive. Sutter is going to punt it deep. Almost got that one blocked. It's going to roll inside the 30, where it'll be down at the 29-yard line.
That is incredible good fortune for the Panthers, because I believe Westosha did get a hand on that. I saw it kind of change angle as it was moving through, but boy, the end-over-end motion does carry it forward. That rugby-style kick working to their benefit. Very, very good pressure from Westosha. Both teams look a little uncertain coming out here in the second half. We've seen way more mental mistakes than we had in the first half. Neither team able to get things going on offense the way they'd like.
Kind of the opposite of what you would expect. You usually see this out of the first half, not the second half, Zach.
Exactly right. An unusual turn here in the second half. We'll see if either team can kind of figure it out here with 5:27 to play.
5:27 to play. Ball at the 29-yard line for Juga. He's going to give it. No, he's going to keep it himself and skirts the defender, punches forward, hits a couple Panther defenders hard. And we have a scuffle down with a couple of linemen Doesn't look like there's a penalty on the play, but a little dangerous extracurricular activities there, Zach.
Caleb Ray all over Jamison Nowak back behind the play. Nice job on the kind of run fake by Westosha. The running back really sold that, which allowed the QB to get a little bit of space. Mason Juga picking up 8 on that play. I'm surprised there wasn't a flag for the action behind.
And really nowhere near the play at all. But we move forward, 2nd and 2 at the 37 for Juga and company. He's going to clap, get the snap, and he's going to give up the middle to Kranz, who's going to get the first down for the Falcons.
4-yard gain for Kranz. That's his first carry of this half. He's got 5 for 18 yards in the game. Nothing special, just an off-tackle run. You only need 2. He gets 4. A wise play from Westosha, and they get themselves a new set of downs.
1st and 10 as they break the huddle. Juga, hands on his hips. Not in much of a hurry here. Kranz in the backfield with him to his right-hand side. Split receivers to the right. Clap, get the snap. He's going to throw outside. Number 12, Logan Jacobson with the catch, but not much doing after the play, Zach.
Nice job by the Panthers to flow to the ball. Peyton Kyprios assisted by Caden Breon, both making the tackle, limit the damage to only 4 yards.
4-yard gain on the pass to Jacobson. Juga ran all the way to the sideline, now brings it back to the huddle. More and more time ticking off as they continue the very slow tempo, do the Falcons here.
And neither team interested in hurrying this game along.
Now
taking
Juga,
plenty of time off the clock.
Juga talking to his lineman now. Now he sets it back up, standing at his own 40. In the shotgun, sends Watts in motion. He's going to give to Kranz. It's going to be an outside zone handoff. Flag is on the play, but Kranz has plenty of running room. Moving forward across midfield to the 45.
10 yards for Kranz, but that has got to be holding on that outside edge. He had all the room in the world, to run, and I think it's because there was a hold out there.
Waiting for the official word, but it did look like holding. No, it's going to be an illegal shift on the Falcons again.
That is the third, if I'm not mistaken, illegal shift penalty. 2 against the Falcons, 1 against the Panthers in this game. Both teams having trouble maintaining their formations, the integrity of their formations. And that'll make it 2nd and 11 for the Falcons.
Back them up 5 yards on the penalty. That's 9 penalties on the Falcons. 2nd and 11 with 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Juga gets the snap, throws over the middle. He's got his man, Brady Paul, with the catch, but he's tackled immediately after the grab. Ball at the 45-yard line for the Falcons.
6-yard pickup brings up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 5. A nice job to get something done. I like the quick hitting passes there. Instead of trying to sit in the pocket and let long, big plays develop, just take some quick chunks, give yourself opportunity to get a first down.
And definitely showing a different look to the Panther defense. As we mentioned before, only 2 pass attempts in the first half. They're looking to throw more. That was pass attempt number 6 and their 5th completion of the second half. Now Juga standing in his own 40, gets the snap. He's going to roll out to the right. That's Kranz is blocking for him. Now Juga's going to run forward, and he slides at about the 47-yard line.
I like the spot from the referee there. The thing with the slide is that the quarterback gets protection, but he loses forward progress. The moment he begins the slide is where they need to spot the ball. The referees do a nice job of recognizing where that was. Just a 1-yard gain on that play.
Ball spotted at the 46. It'll be 4th down and 5 for the Falcons as they take their time. Juga was on the sideline now, brings it back to the huddle. Offense staying on the field here, 4th down. They need something here. Cannot have this drive stall out in their own territory. That would give the Panthers a lot of help. In motion is Akua. Give is to Krantz. Another flag on the play. Krantz is going to punch forward. He's going to be short.
He's going to be short, and I wonder if this is another illegal shift or illegal procedure. If it is, the Panthers will obviously decline and take the turnover on downs. Gain of only 2 as it stands. And, yeah, they're talking to Coach Weber as if this is against Westosha. So I believe this is going to be Panther ball at the 48 after a 2-yard carry. Track day bike racing by on the highway there. And that is the call, illegal shift. Panthers will decline, and they will take over on downs, 1st and 10 from the Westosha 48. The one thing about this half, this third quarter, we talked about in the first quarter first half how few plays Westosha ran. They've spent a lot more time on the field offensively, gotten their tired defense a little bit of a respite here. We'll see how that factors into this next drive for the Panthers.
Long extended drive for the Falcons. It leaves Ethan Pagels and company with 1:16 to go, but they have the ball in plus territory to start this drive. Jace Opriado in the backfield. He's going to be to Pagels' right-hand side. Pagels with the give to Opriado up the middle, and he just stumbles forward. Looked like he lost his footing there after getting the ball.
Yep, I think the turf monster got him. There wasn't much for him to do beyond what he did. Maybe a yard, although it looks like they're not going to give him any. No gain on the play.
No gain after Opriado stumbles out of the backfield there. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Defense fired up after getting the stop there. You heard on our stereo mics down there. A nice call out from them as they are charged up.
Pagels gets the snap. He's going to roll out, throw the rollout pass to Keegan Barnett, who falls forward after the hit at the 45. Moving the ball forward. That'll set up a 3rd and short.
They're debating between the 42 and the 43. They give it to him at the 43, so a gain of 5 for Barnett. There, too, a quick hitting pass, get things developed in a hurry, and it works to the Panthers' benefit. 3rd and 5 here, as they're going to want to talk about this play.
And they are content to just let the clock run out here in the third quarter. Up by 14, Zach. Nobody scores in this quarter. That kind of bodes well for the Panthers moving into the fourth quarter.
Panthers certainly in the driver's seat here, up 2 scores, just 12 minutes to play, but both teams with all their timeouts, and Westosha has to be happy with what they saw on that previous drive. They are throwing the ball very, very well, especially those quick hitting plays, getting them some yardage. What has hampered both teams in this half is the penalties. So many penalties compared to what we saw in the first half. It's harmed Westosha, it's harmed the Panthers, but the Panthers have that 14-point lead. You would love to see Oregon clean it up and get a score here, but even if they can't, their defense has continued to be stifling. Even with the success that Westosha enjoyed, they barely were able to punch into Panthers territory, and they were immediately knocked out by penalties. So we'll see how the Panthers can do here on offense, but I have to say I have all the confidence in the world in their defense.
Well, as we switch sides here to start the fourth quarter, 3rd down and 5 from the 43 for Pagels and company. Being given the hurry up by the side judge there as they are really exercising all the time they can, Zach.
This is clearly not unintentional. This is something they've obviously worked on and talked about. They do not want to go any faster than they have to, and so far it's paying off for them. They're not making a ton of mental mistakes until we start to see those penalties come in the third quarter.
Pagels in the shotgun, Jace Opriado in the backfield. To his right-hand side. He got split receivers to the left. Oh, and another unforced error by the Panthers. That's going to be Braden Hermsdorf jumping on a false start there.
The tight end just gets moving, and you see the induction of that from Westosha. Westosha showing blitz, their linebackers quickly moving towards the line of scrimmage, and Hermsdorf just not able to hold his hand in the ground. Cost the Panthers early before they can even run a play. They're already in the hole here to start the fourth quarter. Would have been 3rd and 5. It's now 3rd and 10, starting at that 48 of Westosha.
8th penalty of the night on the Panthers. Pagels gets the read from the sideline. Jace Opriado stays in the backfield. Stands to his left-hand side. And we are now maybe ready for the first play of the fourth quarter. And it is a give to Opriado. He's got running room on the inside zone. Handoff goes to the right-hand side. About 8 yards. A manageable 4th down now, Zach.
Nice scamper from Opriado. He gets down to the 42-yard line. I think it'll bring up 4th and 4. I think they're gonna mark him with a 6-yard gain. And now we've got an officials timeout, it looks like, as we have number 44 of Westosha. That is Koja Akua being walked off by the training staff. Opry Ado now 9 carries for 37 yards. He gives the Panthers an opportunity on 4th down here, 4th and 4 from the Westosha 42.
And Pagels again in no hurry at all, just running back to the field now. He's going to have Opry Ado to his left-hand side. 4th down and 4. In motion, give is to Evans. Evans was met at the 40. And he is going to be short.
Tried to cut it back inside, couldn't make it all the way down. Gets 2 to the 40, and that's not enough. It's a turnover on down for Oregon.
11.5 to play 4th quarter, as another injured Falcon on the play, as that's going to send both teams to their sideline. I can't quite see who it is, but regardless, this is going to give the Falcons a chance on their side in their own territory right now.
And I believe that's Cooper Huff. That would be a huge loss for them on the defensive side of the ball if he's not able to come back to this game. Hopefully it's just a cramp or something else minor and he'll be able to get back in.
Panthers student section getting loud out here as the Panthers lead it 14-0 here, 11:29 to go, 4th quarter, as we near the end of this one.
Man, after the first half, I felt like the Panthers their trajectory was straight upwards. They had really improved over the course of that first half from where they started to where they finished. The 3rd quarter, really a bit of a regression. We saw penalties that we didn't see in the first half. We saw them not quite hitting their spots on the offensive side of the ball. Boy, and Cooper Huff really, really favoring that left side. I've got to believe that's the end of his night. That's really unfortunate for him and for Westosha on the defensive side of the ball. But the Panthers' defense has continued to be sharp. They had the 1 personal foul penalty for 15 yards that cost them. Otherwise, as a defensive unit, they've continued to play extremely well.
And really, in the end, because of Westosha's own mistakes, that defensive penalty did not hurt them.
Exactly right.
And it's now Mason Juga and this offense. Caden Krantz in the backfield to his right side. You got split receivers to the right. Double clap there. Juga's going to roll out to his right, look to throw, pumps, and he's going to finally throw it, and it's caught by one of the Panther coaches out of bounds.
Gets a nice round of applause here from these fans. Nice choice by Juga there. We talked about that decision making a little bit with him at the end of the first half. I like that he threw that ball away. I think he could have done it sooner. He still suffers contact at the end of that play, and that's just something you're going to learn with time. He's going to pick that up as he spends a little more time as quarterback. Not a bad choice there to get rid of that ball.
That'll set up 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. Ball at the 40-yard line as they break the huddle. Juga taking his time here. He's got Kranz in the backfield to his left-hand side, about a step behind him. Doubles to the left as well. And he claps once, gives it to Kranz up the middle, inside zone handoff, hit after about 6 yards, but he keeps on pushing. Panthers still can't bring him down, and now they finally do across midfield at the 46-yard line. 16-yard run there for Kranz, and that's going to set up Central in a good position.
All the way across midfield into Panther territory. A nice run from Kranz. And once he broke through that first level, there really wasn't a second level for him to find. He had a lot of open running room before the DBs were able to move up and get the stop.
11 minutes left in the 4th quarter, Zach, and that's the longest play of the game for the Falcons. 16 yards. Setting themselves up in 1st and 10 in Panther territory. The give is to Kranz again. He's going to push forward. Dual tackled there at about the 41 they're going to mark him at.
Kranz with very good vision there. He had 2 options, one to the right, one to the left. He selected the left side, and there was just enough room there for him to get through and get a small gain. It's only 3 yards, but it would have been, I think, 0 yards if he'd gone the other way. Nice eye to find a little bit of positive yardage.
2nd down at 7 from the 41 for Juga and company. Panthers continue with the 3-down lineman set. Juga gets the snap. He looks to throw. Quick shot out to the side, and number 22, Jojo Akua there. I don't think he was ready on that curl pass as Juga threw it a little bit before he was turned around.
That's the thing. I think Juga's going to want that one back. He put that on the wrong side. Either he put that one on the wrong side or Akua turned the wrong way. It's hard for us to know up here, but it ended up Akua curled one way, the ball came on the other side, and he was open. So whatever the mistake was, they're going to want to get on the same page because that was a play that could have gone for some decent yardage.
3rd down and 7 now for Juga. He's got Kranz standing right next to him on the left-hand side. He gets the snap now, rolls out to his left-hand side. Big block by Kranz as he throws it over the side, over that left side. A penalty is down. The pass was completed. As we await the call, caught by Central Watts.
Yeah, that'll be a 1st down if this penalty doesn't bring the ball back. I'm not sure what the call is. That penalty flag came in about 5 yards short of the line to gain, way over on the Westosha sideline. As you said, huge block against number 44 for the Panthers, Jamison Nowak. He really got shoved out of the way. Too many men once again for Westosha. That's the 2nd time they've been burned by that penalty, and it wipes out a big gain on the play, and so it will make it 2nd and 12, I believe, here with the 5-yard penalty.
It has really turned into a tough night for Westosha Central, hurting themselves with more penalties and more penalties. That is now number 10 for the Falcons. 3rd down and 12 now. Ball at the 46-yard line for Juga. Kranz in the backfield, sets to his left-hand side. Double receivers out as Akua comes in motion. The give, nope, it's going to be a keeper for Juga, but he is not going to get anywhere. Met in the backfield.
Caden Breon and Cody Brecky both combine on that hit, a combo tackle, no gain. I like the design of the play. You try sort of a delay, almost a draw concept with the QB there. Great job by the Panthers to recognize it and stay home. Huge stop, 4th and 12. I think Westosha feels like they're going to have to go for this, and I think that's the right call, but this is a difficult spot to go for a big 4th down.
4th down at 12, and that's going to be a timeout for Westosha Central. Their first of the 2nd half, Zach, and like you said, a tough spot on 4th and 12. Not many plays in the playbook to go on 4th down for this kind of yardage.
We have seen Westosha deliver some great runs, especially up the middle. We've seen them deliver some great passes, especially quick hitting passes. What we have not seen them do is deliver long runs or long passes, no matter how you slice it in terms of how you would design the play. They're going to have to come up with something here that can get them at least 12, and to date, we have only seen one play go for that much yardage, and it wasn't a play that was designed to get that kind of yardage.
Definitely not, and it's actually looking like Clementos is out, and they are going to punt this ball away to Declan Laurie. Kind of an interesting decision here by the head coach for the Falcons, Jason Keipel.
I think it's a horse apiece, and so this depends how conservative do you feel like you need to be. Do you trust your defense to be able to get a stop? And honestly, the Panthers have looked a little more shaky on offense in this 2nd half. The coaching staff, Jason Kopel of Westosha, deciding that the wise choice is the conservative choice, and they'll kick it away.
Clementos from his own 40 is going to punt it deep. Gets the ball. Sky high. Nice punt there as Laurie's going to stand and make the fair catch, and he touches it. Got to get to it. He touched it after making the fair catch at the 15-yard line, and it just slipped right out of his hands and rolled forward. But heads up move by Laurie. He got to the ball and got back on top of it.
I have heard it said in chess and in other things, it's okay to make the first mistake. You don't want to make the second mistake. Lowry there off his hands, positioned a little badly under the ball, runs up and makes the grab on the muff punt. Credit to him on that. I've talked about his smarts on this one. On that one, I would have liked to see him get away from it, let it drop. There's no real advantage to catching that ball. Even if you give up a few more yards, that's okay in this situation. I think the fair catch was the right call. I think trying to catch it was probably the wrong call there.
Ball at the 15, maybe just let that hit the ground, and it might roll back into the end zone for a touchback. But in any case, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Pagels and company at their own 17-yard line. 9 minutes to go here, 4th quarter. Panthers still leading 14-0 after those 2 second-quarter touchdowns.
Gotta figure out why.
Panthers are still waiting for the officials to spot the football, though, as we await this. And now they do. And Pagel's in the shotgun. He's going to have Mancusi with him. In the backfield, Barnett goes in motion. Sets to Pagel's left. The give is to no one. It's going to be Pagels keeping it himself. And he's met in the hole by a host of Falcon tacklers. Minimal yardage there for Pagels on that first down.
Maybe a yard on that one. They try their kind of bread and butter running play on the off tackle and just nothing available. But at this point in the game, 8:45 and counting to go, the Panthers up by 2 scores. They'll take a 1-yard gain and just let things keep on rolling. That works to their advantage.
2nd down and 9 from the 17. Pagels with Mancusi next to him. He's going to throw it. He's looking deep. He's got his man, number 17. And that's going to be a catch by Colin Norland, running down the field to the races. 77 yards.
What an incredible pitch and catch all the way down the line. Colin Norland, who has no yards on 1 target in this game, now has 83 yards and a touchdown. The Panthers, who up to this point had 55 yards through the air, expand that by half again, and they're up 20-0 pending the PAT.
Thank you for correcting me on that one, Zach. It's 83 yards from Pagels to Norland, untouched all the way for those 83 yards. He got into the secondary, and really the Falcons making a mistake, jumping that side and expecting the handoff there.
What a great sort of pump fake by Pagels. The kick from Erfurth is good. The Pagels pump fake it had everyone looking on the near side. We saw those quick hitting passes from both teams as we started in the second half, and now we see them use that concept against Westosha. As you said, they're jumping on that quick pass. They leave Norland all by himself. What a touch pass, too, drops it right into the breadbasket. The Panthers needed that, and I feel like that has likely salted this game away for them.
Big time backbreaker for the Falcons. Perfect execution from the Panthers. And they lead it 21-0 here with 8:17 to play. Looking to start the season 2-0 and well on their way so far. Erfurth set to kick deep now. It's going to be Watson Edwards again for the Falcons to return. After the touchdown for the Panthers. Big time play. 21-0. Erfurth now going to kick it deep. The whistle, and Erfurth moving it. Kicks it a low line drive, and it's going to squib down. Edwards had to stop it to grab it at his own 10-yard line, and when that happened, he had next to no time, Zach, to make a move forward because the Panthers moved in really quick.
He puts his left hand on it to keep it from getting behind him, which is what you got to do. If it got behind him, the Panthers were going to have a chance to jump on it. But then he's standing there completely fat-footed at the 13 as Oregon is running downhill right for him. He manages to get back to the 19, but that's the best he can do. If you're Westosha here, you're not out of the game precisely, but I think you want to try and swing for the fences here. Everything you have tried up to this point just hasn't quite gone your way. I don't think there's any downside to airing it out, seeing what you can do, pull out the big plays that you like, and see what your team can do here.
And it'll put Juga and company at the 19-yard line to start. 1st and 10. They have a wide set, 2 receivers deep. And he's going to play action fake, and he's got Watts, and Watts with a lot of speed. He's going to cut again and get to the Oregon sideline after making the catch. Big time first down, and just like you said, Zach, big play on first down there.
Great job by Central Watts, too. A lot of maneuvering as he was carrying the ball here. He had a good look in the middle, and we do have a Westosha player down. As I look, I believe that is number 68. That is Brogan Thomas, a junior, 6 foot, 245, one of their offensive linemen. The training staff comes over to check on him. Nice job by Central Watts, though, picking up 22 yards on that play. He's now got 3 catches on 4 targets for 42 yards through the air. They have a total of 48 yards passing. He's obviously been their main receiver. And so I like to see them air it out. I like to see them get out of bounds. A heads-up play by Watts in addition to a quality gain of yardage. He stops the clock with 8 minutes to go. His team does still trail 21-0, but plays like that will get him right back into it.
Watts, a 5'8", 150 senior. Very small, very shifty, and he showed it on that play. Cutting back a couple times as the injured Falcon is going to be helped off the field there. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Ball at the 42-yard line. Officials standing over there by Coach Weber on the Panther sideline. Not sure what they're talking about here, but nonetheless, we have the Falcons rolling out to the line here. Kind of moving slowly, not in any rush. Going to have Watts in the slot. Number 12, Logan Jacobson, out wide to the left. It's Juga and Kranz in the backfield.
Panthers have been playing a lot of single high safety throughout most of this, as it's been a lot of ground game. They're in a 2 high safety look right now, 4 down linemen and 2 linebackers with man coverage otherwise. So obviously considering the pass here and thinking that they're going to continue to air it out.
Definitely looks that way from the Panther defense. Ball is set for play, and Juga and company are ready to go. 1st down and 10. Clap and the snap. He's going to give it to Kranz on the run. Moving forward, but he's hit pretty early there. Ball at the 45. Just a few yard gain there for Kranz. A little bit surprising on the play call, especially the short time, but they moved the ball forward a little bit.
I am a little surprised, but sometimes when you see your opponent go into a heavy pass look, a cover 2 like that with man coverage across, you think maybe I can give it to one of my guys who's talented on the ground. He'll find some opening. Unfortunately for Kranz, there's just nothing there, only a short gain, and the Panthers have them stuck at 2nd and 8.
Yep, 2nd and 8. Ball at the 45-yard line, it's marked. So Juga in the shotgun again. Kranz in the backfield. It's another, nope, it's a fake. Juga's going to throw to the outside, and it's going to be off the fingertips of Logan Jacobson to set up 3rd down. Nice play action fake by Juga there. Rolled it out to the left-hand side. Jacobson was ready, just went off of his fingertips.
Yeah, and I think you see there the concept that they were going for. They go the run up the middle, and then they go with the play action fake. The Panthers, though, their defense, very disciplined. They've been very effective tonight, and the discipline has been a big part of that. They stay where they need to, force the incompletion, and now bring up a 3rd and long.
3rd down and 8 here. Ball at the 45-yard line. Looks like it's closer to a 3rd and 7 right now, but nonetheless, Juga is in the shotgun, standing in his own 40. Gets the snap, rolls immediately out, bootleg to the left. He's going to throw over the middle, and Jacobson again with the drop at the 45-yard line. Had the right look, Zach. Jacobson just did not hang on to it.
That one's frustrating. The last one was a very difficult ball, really not realistic for him to catch it. That one came into his hands, but he's kind of moving away from it. He tries to bring it up into him, and it tickles off his fingers. He reaches out, can't grab hold. 4th down and 8, very much a go-for-it situation here, but they are on the Panthers' 45. If they can't get this one, Oregon with a chance to completely end this game.
Panther fans definitely hoping for that right here. But 4th down and 8 for Juga and company. 7 minutes to play in this one. 2 high safety look again from the Panthers as Juga's in the shotgun with Kranz next to him. He's going to send Akua in motion. Gets the snap. Looking to throw again. Rolls out to his left-hand side. Now throws a deep ball for Watts. Coming back to it, but double coverage there. Very difficult for Watts to make that attempt, and it's going to fall incomplete. Turnover on downs, Panther football.
Very dangerous throw from Juga, but while I say that, it's not actually the wrong choice. You're 4th down and 8. You have to get a completion here. If you don't have anything better, you might as well throw it to one of your best receivers and see if he can make a play on the ball. Great job by the Panthers with that bracket coverage. They immediately converge on it. Don't allow them to get a hand on it.
And with 6:52 left in the 4th quarter, that's going to set up the Panthers with excellent field position. They are in Westosha Central territory. Pagels and company really looking to salt this game away. 21-0 advantage right now. Pagels is going to get the snap, and he's going to give it up the middle to DiMartino, and he's going to punch forward for a few yards. Keaton DiMartino, the senior 5'11", 175, with his first carry of the night. Gets a few yards.
Yeah, nice to see DiMartino getting involved. As you said, his first carry tonight. He gets him 5. In fact, they give him an extra yard, get him 6 up inside the 40 to the 39. And Panthers, most importantly, keep the clock running. 6:28 and counting to go.
Pagels in the shotgun. He's going to have DiMartino again up the middle, untouched. He's going to meet the safety and keep moving forward inside the 25-yard line. Big run for a first down for DiMartino. They are really trying to salt this one away.
And that's what I remember from Keaton DiMartino in years gone past. He's not a guy who wants to elude you. He's a guy who wants to initiate contact. He had that one safety deep, and he just runs straight into him, picking up 15 yards on the play and a Panther first down.
6 and counting now. Pagels has DiMartino to his left-hand side. Split receivers out, but he's going to give to DiMartino again. Inside zone handoff, another strong run for DiMartino. Meets the linebackers in the hole. Moves forward inside the 20, but there is a flag down on the play.
Tremendous seal block by the sophomore Anderson Nowak to get DiMartino inside that tackle and move forward. Not sure what the penalty will be, but Nowak with a great job to set up that play.
It's going to be a hold on the Panthers, so back them up 10 yards. Ball will be spotted at the 39. Correction, the 34. So it'll be first down and 20. Take the run off the board for DiMartino.
Honestly, if you're the Panthers here, the clock starts running again when they spot the ball. You know, from a gamesmanship standpoint, that penalty doesn't really cost you all that much. You still get the first down play. So, you know, you don't want to take penalties from an effectiveness standpoint, but it won't hurt them here in this situation.
Pagels in the shotgun, letting the time tick away here. DiMartino to his right-hand side. Gonna give to DiMartino another inside zone handoff. Pushing the pile forward. Look at DiMartino go inside the 30. Strong run, just like you mentioned earlier, Zach.
You love to see guys who don't get the opportunities all the time make the most of them when they do get it, and we have another Westosha player that's down. I'm trying to see. I can't tell if that's if that's Caden Kranz or Jim Hack. Hack is number 9, Kran is number 8, and I couldn't quite see the number. I think it might be Hack. Training staff right to him. But DiMartino on that play, just effort all the way. That's what I remember about him from previous seasons. He shows it right there again. It's only a gain of 4, but it's a gain of 4 that you love. It gets your team excited and into it and gets everyone else playing better.
Once we do get back to action, do they attend to the injured Falcon? Should be 2nd and 16, I believe.
And folks, OCA Media archives all of our broadcasts on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search OCA Media. You can see games going quite a ways back. Football, hockey, soccer, volleyball, a lot of community events, plays, community meetings, all manner of things are on our YouTube channel. Head over there and check it out. See the kids of this community and the adults performing and doing the things they love most.
And the injured Falcon will be helped off the field. Still can't quite see who it is, but regardless, it is 2nd and 15. They gave DiMartino 5 yards on that play.
Yep, and that is Jim Hack who's coming off. He's thankfully able to walk under his own power. Looks a little bit better than Cooper Huff did as he was getting off, so hopefully he'll be all right.
Second down, ball at the 30-yard line. 5 minutes to play for Pagels and this offense, leading by 21. DiMartino in the backfield yet again. Looks like it is actually 2nd and 16. Pagels content to really let this clock run.
No need to hurry it up. They haven't been all game, and certainly here, this is the wise choice.
Number 82, Remy Wright in motion. It's going to be Pagels rolling out. He is in trouble. A little bit of a broken play there. Another flag is going to come out on the play as Pagels keeps it himself.
That's the first play we've seen a bad snap, and I would love to have seen Pagels throw that ball away. A broken play, obviously not designed as a keeper. He runs it just to scramble away. Westosha all over him. Throw that one into the stands and live to fight another day.
Waiting for the call on the penalty. Looks like it was going to be
I thought it was going to be a
hold on the Panthers, and it is.
It is, but
penalty
it's
is declined. It'll be 3rd down and 16. They didn't give Pagels any yards on that one. But again, Zach, a run play like that, even though he didn't throw it away, it's going to let the clock keep running.
Yep, and the Panthers have done everything they need to secure this win here. This drive hasn't always been pretty, but it's gotten them just what they need, which is time off the clock. Even if Westosha gets it back, still 21-0, they're going to have less than 4 minutes to play with it.
Pagels is actually going to throw the football here, throwing it deep, and he's going to look, and that ball is caught. I believe it was juggled on the sideline there, Zach, by number 82, and that is Romani Wright.
What an incredible catch by Romani Wright. A great throw from Ethan Pagels. Wright had to get under it. He bobbled it. He grabbed it finally as he tumbled to the sideline and secured it. An amazing catch all the way down to the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Panthers.
29 yards on that one. A very surprising play call there from the Panther offense. Pagels and company, 1st and goal. DiMartino in the backfield right next to Pagels. To his left. Clock ticking away here. 3.5 and change to play. He gets the snap. He's going to give to DiMartino up the middle. Fighting forward, and that's a touchdown for the Panthers. Keaton DiMartino. 1 yard up the middle, Zach, and it's now 27-0 Panthers.
I love to see the coaches call DiMartino's name there. He contributed so much on this drive, the senior, getting his opportunities and taking advantage where they're available. Again, just an effort play, forces his way into the end zone and secures this win for the Panthers. They'll go up 27-0 here with the PAT coming.
Erfurth sent to kick the PAT. Great offensive showing tonight from the Oregon Panthers offense. Erfurth's kick is up. It's blocked, so it'll stay 27-0. Erfurth now 7 for 8 on extra points this season. Correction, 8 for 9.
Nice job by Westosha, not giving up till the last whistle here. They get the blocked extra point with only 3:13 left and 2 timeouts for them. They won't have enough time to get the 4 scores they need, but play to the very end of the game. I appreciate that from the Falcons.
Good effort all the way. You'd love to see that. 27-0 now. 3:13 to play in the 4th quarter. Westosha Central is going to get the football back, but it has been a really, really rough night, Zach, for their offense.
Very difficult. They had one drive where it felt like they were starting to figure things out, and penalties brought that to a grinding halt. They really haven't been able to get in any kind of rhythm on any of their other offensive possessions. Part of that has been some execution miscues, but a lot of that has been the Panthers' defense. They have been fantastic throughout this entire game. That last drive by the Panther offense is just what I think Coach Weber and his staff want to be Panther football. A grinding, difficult drive, some big plays, but also just a lot of solid offense that forces the other team to stay out there to play your game and ends in a score. Just a perfect showing from them on that drive.
Nolan Erfurth set to kick deep. It's going to be Watson Edwards again to receive the kick. Erfurth skies it deep. It's going to be Watts from his own 15 running forward. He's going to go to his own sideline there. Cuts back, and now he's going to cut back to the middle of the field. Skittering away, and he's going to run to the Oregon sideline now. Great speed here, but he's going to be jogged up. Erfurth gets in his way, cuts back to the middle, all the way out to the 48-yard line. Big return by Watts there.
Watts has been the star for them in this game. Centrell Watts, fantastic as a receiver, 4 catches for 42 yards. He's been their return man all night. He's an elusive kind of runner, and you see that on display. A small guy who can change direction very quickly all the way out to the 48-yard line.
It'll be 33 yards on the return. Good field position for the Falcons, but they are dangerously running out of time here, down 27 with 3 minutes to play in this one. Juga in the shotgun. He's now going to have Jace Edwards in the backfield now. New look for them. He's only got 2 carries today for 2 yards. Juga's going to keep it himself up the middle and not get a whole lot, trying to skirt away, but not much doing. Gets across midfield, but only to the 49-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, 3 yards on that play. The design keeper trying, again, suck them in on the draw concept, get them to move out or over pursue one or the other. They don't really get either, and unfortunately that means it's a short game.
Falcons going to the huddle. They really need to hurry up here. They want to have any chance of getting out of this shutout that the Panther defense is putting up. 2 high safeties now for the Panthers. Juga gets the snap, looking to throw deep. He's going to find Watts to the outside, and a great tackle at the point of attack. Number 45, that's Brennan Hinderman, the junior DB, met Watts as soon as he caught the football.
Great play from Hinderman there. You love to see it. He was facing a big stiff arm from Watts, and he somehow just fought through, did not allow it to slow him down, and was able to get the stop.
5-yard gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Falcons. Minute and 50 and counting to go. Juga in the shotgun. Edwards with him. He's going to give up the middle to Edwards. Going to get the first down up across the 40, but not much more than that.
Yep, 4 yards for Jace Edwards. Again, like you said, just not much. And at the end of the game here, you know, they're not going to be able to get 27, but you want to try and get off the schneid here, try and get some points on the board. They're at the Panther 40. They've got a fresh set of downs, but they've got 90 seconds and counting to go.
Juga stands at his own 45, ball at the 40, minute 25 to go. He takes the snap. He's going to run forward, a quarterback keeper up the middle, and get about 5 yards and thrown to the ground.
Quite rudely tossed to the turf there. A 5-yard pickup. Again, a good play. These are not bad plays, but they're not getting you where you need to be. They're just out of time. Unfortunately, the Panthers have done a tremendous job. You can hear the fans starting to call it out as we get inside of a minute to go.
Panthers will get their first win over Westosha Central in 4 meetings in the last 4 years. Juga's going to throw over the middle, and that one was almost intercepted.
Oh, man, Chase Venden, the senior linebacker, had it up high on the numbers and not quite able to corral it. It does stop the clock with 47 seconds to go. His teammates giving him a little playful banter about that one.
It'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 35. Ball spotted. Juga in the shotgun with 47 seconds to play. Last opportunity to get points here for the Falcons. He's going to look to throw again. Pumps once. Going to throw it deep, and it's going to be a penalty. Yeah, Watts got grabbed, even though that ball was 20 yards beyond him. Another penalty comes out.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Watts say something after the play.
I did see him say something to the rest. Chase Venden, too, number 22. Now, I don't know if he said something, derogatory or inappropriate. Hopefully not. But there was the initial penalty, which seems like it might have been pass interference. It's possible that was a second penalty for pass interference and that referee just hadn't thrown the flag, but we'll see here. We might have an unsportsmanlike to deal with as well.
Head official Jason Dowell is still talking with his crew. Going to give the signal here. It's going to be pass interference on the Panthers. First down. After the play is unsportsmanlike conduct on Watts.
On Westosha. Okay, so they'll get a first down from the pass interferences that occurred during the play, and then they'll take a 15-yard penalty after that first down is granted. So if I'm understanding this right, they will have a 1st and 25 now following the enforcement of these 2 penalties. But the chain gang is certainly not set up as though that's the case. Chain gang is set up as though this is a 1st and 5, which I don't think it is. The referee's kind of going over it too. I think they're doing the math like we are trying to do up here in the booth.
So it looks like it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 35. So essentially 15 yards one way and then bring it back after the play.
Yeah, right now they have it set up as a 1st and 10 from the 35, and that's how we're going to play it.
That's how we're going to play it. Juga's going to have the ball with 39 seconds to play. Edwards in the backfield. And it's going to be Juga going to the left-hand side, trying to get to the edge. Busts his way down the sideline, meets with the defender. That was...
Oh. And now we've got a flag on the Oregon side of the field. Oregon fans cheering as that one was thrown up. It's a big run down to the 18. It would be a 17-yard carry. But now we have this flag to deal with again with just 32 seconds to go in this final quarter.
Final minute of this one, Zach, taking quite a while as just more frustration out of the Falcons more than anything, it looks like.
Falcons break the huddle, but the referees still haven't signaled what this penalty is, and they kind of send them back to the huddle as the referees are huddling up themselves.
We're going to await the penalty call, but definitely, like you mentioned, Zach, the Oregon fans, whoops of cheers as that penalty came out, and they are backing up the Falcons. 1st down run, but unsportsmanlike after the play. It's going to back them up 15 after the run.
So Westosha is going to have a lot to work on after this game. I think there are bright spots for them to consider in their offense, but the penalties have really been a problem, and they've been unable to find any kind of rhythm. They've got some talented players. I like Juga. I really like Central Watts. They also got some very good running from Caden Kranz, but it hasn't been enough when you couple it with all the mistakes that we've seen.
So a 17-yard run, but back it up 15 yards. The ball is at the 33 with 32 seconds for Juga. Juga moves Edwards to his other side, and he's going to throw it now, looking for Watts down the sideline, and it's deep, and it's going to be another pass interference. Watts and
Brennan Hinderman, I
Brennan
believe.
Hinderman are getting into it again after the play. Watts really just letting his frustration show here, but another pass interference call is going to be a call against Hinderman.
Yep, and I think that'll be 15 yards. That should move him up to the 18 of Oregon and a 1st down. So what a strange series of events here. All of these penalties offsetting after the play, during the play. I think in the end what this will lead to is a 1st and 10 for Westosha from the Oregon 18-yard line.
That is indeed what the call is they move the ball up to the 18. 23 seconds left, folks. 27-0 Oregon. Just trying to salt this one away, but a lot of penalties here down the stretch, Zach.
Quite a bit of laundry on the field, and it has really ground the proceedings to a halt here. This final minute has taken about 10 minutes so far.
Juga in the shotgun. Edwards to his left-hand side. He's going to keep it himself up the middle, just try to push forward. Not a whole lot doing there.
Nice effort play from Juga here near the end. He gets forward. I think they're going to spot him near about the either the 14 or the 13, and it's going to be a timeout from Westosha with 15 seconds to go.
15 seconds. Yes, indeed, a timeout from the Falcons.
Timeout Westosha Central there first for the half.
Waiting for the seconds to tick off this one. The Falcons really trying to put the ball in the end zone here, Zach. Get some points to avoid the shutout.
You love to avoid getting skunked. There's something psychologically dissatisfying about ending up with a goose egg on the scoreboard. You want to find a way in these last 15 seconds, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, some kind of points to have some kind of positive conclusion to this game that you can build on for next week.
Juga in the shotgun. He's got Edwards to his right-hand side. He's going to pass. He's looking for the end zone, and that ball is juggled up for grabs. Incomplete. Didn't quite see who the 10 receiver was.
Very nice play on the defense by Brendan Hinderman, the junior DB, getting up and getting involved in that one. I believe it was targeted at Logan Jacobson. Kind of a jump ball play there in the corner, and Hinderman breaks it up.
Jacobson, the intended receiver. I think it is. No, it was number 17,
Daniel 17.
Fox.
Got it. I misread it as 12. 17. Unable to come down with it.
9 seconds left here. 3rd down for Jugo. He's going to roll out to his right. Now he's going to try to get the edge. He's going to be brought down out of bounds. Hard tackle out of bounds by number 35 for the Panthers, Dom Perez. A little dangerous, I think, with that one. Could have been a late hit out of bounds, but Juga gets to the sideline. 2 seconds to play. And a 1st down.
Yep, 1st down to the 6-yard line, a gain of 7, and that should bring up a timeout from Westosha. As you said, just 2 seconds to go. When the clock would start, that would end the game. So I believe they have called their final timeout. That's the signal from the referee. And we will get one more play to conclude this game.
Timeout, Westosha Central.
One more play, Zach. One more play.
You could hear one of the fans, what are they taking timeouts for? But you want to take every play you can get. Obviously, they can't win the game, but they're awfully close. You want to try and get that score to conclude things here.
And definitely, especially at the high school level, let these kids run a play. You know, you want to try to build on something, like you mentioned. Build on something for next week. Last week, they went neck and neck all the way down to the wire with Kenosha Indian Trail. Lost 28-21. Little different story here. They really got punched in the mouth early, and Oregon really ran away with it. But something for them to look forward to, and it's something, too, for Oregon defensively. They have Sun Prairie East next week on the road. This last play, keep them out of the end zone. This will also be a big momentum builder for them.
Absolutely. Play it wire to wire. You're still playing football here, even though the outcome is no longer in doubt. Every time you have a chance to compete, you want to compete to the highest level that you can.
And it looks like they're actually going to kick. It's going to be Carter Clementos in to kick a field goal here just to get those points. Like you said, Zach, a field goal, a touchdown, doesn't matter. Get off the goose egg.
Well, this is the game time exposure, too. Kicking in practice just isn't the same. You want a team that is desperate to block it. Oregon surely will be here. Try and preserve the shutout.
Clementos kicks it up, and it is going to be no good.
Wide to the near side.
Panthers pitch a shutout tonight, Zach. 27-0 here at Panther Stadium in the home opener. What a showing offensively and defensively tonight, Zach.
The Panther fans excited. They're cheering their boys on. These Panther players did a tremendous job on both sides of the ball. The third quarter, a little bit messy, a lot of penalties, had some struggles, but they continued forward. 2 touchdowns in the first half, 2 touchdowns in the second half, and a truly stifling performance from the Panthers defense. And as you said, they're going on the road to Sun Prairie next week. That's a big game, an important game, and a challenging game. They've got a lot that they can be proud of in this one to set themselves up for success next week.
Well, as the teams shake hands, Zach, we are going to sign off tonight. Next week, Tuesday, the home opener for the men's soccer team against Watertown. On behalf of our crew, camera operators Jim Beckin, Ben Baker, Miles Tolanen, and Leah Wolszensky, on graphics, director Jeremy Crosby, and producers Josiah Wamfler and Paul Zwicker, I am Jesse Larson for Zach Sielaff. Thanks for watching this exclusive presentation of Panther football. Good night, everybody.
This exclusive OCA Media broadcast of Panther Sports is brought to you in partnership with these fine sponsors. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition, working to ensure a safer, more nurturing community for our young people to thrive. One Community Bank. Shackelford Heating and Cooling. Stoughton Health. and Wisco Industries. J.L. Richards, Prime Meats and Catering. OCA Media sports broadcasts are made available free with the support of our local sponsors and community. To join our fine family of sponsors, email Paul at ocamedia.com. You can also donate directly at ocamedia.com/donate to help us continue to provide this service to our community.
Want to be a part of something great?
The Oregon Athletic Booster Club needs your help.
It means providing student athletes with positive experiences to help them succeed on and off the court.
Make sure I have the right gear and equipment I need to succeed.
Your donation will create a lasting impact in our community.
With your donations, you will help me in achieving my goals.
We need your support.
We are part of something great.